Hey, I see you, Karen. Mo, what's up? We got clear skies. You got my cloudy skies though? Oh no. We got clear skies though, so that's always a good thing, I guess. I can swap this to live chat. There we go. Yeah, we got beautiful clear skies right now. I can get that out of my way. Still trying to get everything completely set up here, but hopefully it's okay. Cloudy and stormy there too. Man. Hey Steven, what's up, bud? Got ugly this evening? Oh no. That's horrible. Hi Bigglesworth, how's it going? Good evening, bud. Good evening, good evening. We got Saturn and a clear sky tonight. Got a really beautiful view. Not a bad view at all tonight. I think I got just about everything set up properly, so we should be good. Yeah, it looks so good tonight, dude. Really does. It looks really beautiful tonight. I feel like I'm missing something here. Can't remember what it is. Thing looks to be working correctly. All sky looks really good. 6 a.m. Montreal time. Notice bottom right of the moon. That seemed to be a star, which I've never seen before. Checked with my star app, and it was Venus. Dude, that's amazing. And not far from there was Jupiter. Super awesome. Really beautiful. Hey, what's up, Chili? Good evening, bud. Good evening, good evening. Got the was that loud when that kicks on or no? I got the dehumidifier running in here inside the control room. Every now and then it just gets a little muggy in here. Not a lot of airflow. Hopefully it wasn't too loud when it kicks on. Go here, 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 here. All right, I think we're good now. There we go. Can you guys see Saturn okay in the camera on the bottom? We can pull it around towards the telescope a little more. There we go. All right, awesome. Found your channel a week before. Dude, that's awesome, man. That's really awesome. Thanks for coming back, by the way. Definitely glad to have you back. We're growing here. We're definitely growing here on YouTube. It's a new adventure for me. But we're growing, and that's always a good thing. Seems like the community is building very nicely, and I'm excited. I'm excited for whatever the future throws at us here on YouTube for sure. Okay, I was going to. Maybe we got a little too much light on the telescope. Look at the amount of stars that we're seeing right now, though. It's actually really beautiful out tonight. If you want to capture shooting stars, tonight's the night to do it. It's a beautiful night to do so. Really a gorgeous night. Wow. Yeah, that's a gorgeous night. Can you guys see all the stars right here in the bottom view? It's just my mirrorless camera that sits right next to the telescope here. Like it's just picking up so much out there. Really clear, super clear. It's on its way outwards now. I mean, it's still really close to us, in the sense of its orbital path, right? But it is on its way out now. Still roughly about 795 million miles away. Thanks, Phil. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's 794.7 million miles away right now. Takes about 71.1 minutes for the light to travel. Gorgeous. Let's see if we move it over a little better. There we go. If anybody wants to know, we're using a C11 telescope tonight. It's a Celestron 11-inch Smith Cassegrain style telescope. It's a very large telescope, and we are looking at Saturn live from here near Kansas City, Missouri. Yo, what's up, dude? How you doing? Good evening. How much zoom is Hubble? Hubble doesn't have that much zoom. It has well, it's not like wide field, kind of like the Roman Space Telescope's going to be. Roman Space Telescope's like 8 or 9 times the field view that Roman Space Telescope is. I don't remember exactly what the field of view was on it. It's something you'd have to look up. I'm really not 100% sure off the top of my head. In good position of view, it is. Neptune also, we just also went through Neptune in opposition as well. I wish I had a clear night. Straight from Brazil. What's up, Cray? How you doing, bud? We do. We got a very beautiful night. Tonight is gorgeous. Tonight is really gorgeous out. It's one of the better nights we've had in a minute. Let me see if I can throw in the all sky camera here. Toss it in on the bottom down here. So this is the camera right above the observatory here. It is gorgeous. You can see over here, this is Saturn and Neptune. And of course, the telescope. I need to light it a little better because technically we're right here. And it's saying telescope's right, but yeah. Let me pull it back out a little bit. Yeah, it's gorgeous though. I honestly can't beat this view. See the Milky Way coming in really well. Really beautiful view tonight. Yeah, I'm excited. Always excited to have a nice view like this. And tonight is sweet tea, if anybody wants to know, because I know people asked me what I was drinking last night. This telescope is about 4,000 to 5,000. The telescope that I'm using right now, the C11. Saturn, it is. It is beautiful, Saturn. Right now, Saturn. We can't see Jupiter until really early in the morning. It's about 5:30 before I can start to see it here from the observatory. Right now, 9:58 p.m. We're just getting ready to come up on 10 p.m. right now. We're Central Time near Kansas City, Missouri. If I look west at night, I see very bright object. To know if it's a planet. Maybe he could be. Which one will I upgrade to? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. The 11-inch Smith Cassegrain's a really big telescope as it is. Will the tree line keep you from seeing the comet Swan next month? We just seen Swan this morning. Or not Swan. We look at not Swan. Sorry. We'll be able to see Swan. But we did look at dang it. Lemon. That's what we looked at this morning. We looked at Comet Lemon this morning when we were live. How close can this baby get to the moon? I mean, the same distance, right? It's just an object, but it picks up really well. When we look at the moon, it picks up very good detail. Really good detail. But we did capture Comet Lemon this morning, which was a lot of fun. It's really bright too. Comet Lemon is super, super bright, and that's the one I'm really excited for. I'm hoping that it gets into the naked eye visibility, and it may. It very well may. It's 4.5 is the magnitude 4.5 is the I got a mosquito flying right next to my head. I'm trying to get it, but 4.5 is the magnitude it's expected to get to, and it may even get a little bit brighter. So I'm kind of excited for it. I'm hoping so. That's the one I'm really excited for. Swan's going to be relatively bright too. It gets a little closer to the sun, so the question will be like, will the solar winds detach the tail, and so on, right? It's going to be the tough one. Hard question. Otherwise, it should be really bright. Check at that magnification. At this magnification, yeah. So we got a tracking mount. This does a really good at tracking. As you can see, the mount's doing a really good job at tracking. But yeah, you can have a lot of fun when you're this zoomed in. Trying to find a location or find a target, I think, is a little bit harder. Obviously, when you're this zoomed in compared to when you got that wider field of view. And by the way, if you're new here, this is Saturn Live. We're from Kansas City, Missouri. You're looking at through a 11-inch telescope. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for when we go live. I try to go live every night, whether it's a planet, a moon, planets, the moons around the planets, galaxy nebulae, different stuff like that. Tonight's going to be a little, mostly focusing on Saturn, though, for a while. We'll probably swing around to Neptune, and then at some point probably take a little bit of a break, and then try to end up with Jupiter comets and stuff like that. Blue, good morning or good evening or whichever it shall be. I think you're in the USA, so good evening to you. How are you? Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Honestly, thank you. Other planets above us right now is Neptune. Currently Neptune. Later on, we'll have Uranus come out, and then we'll have Jupiter and Venus come out. Titan is on. It's actually a distance from it. Let me look at the other view here. I gotta look through the other, like the Sight Finder. It's a lot easier to see through the Sight Finder, see where it is. It's actually a good distance from there, to be honest. Titan is actually a really distant object currently. We'd have to move over a little bit just to get Titan. Just a little south of you. Good evening, yeah. I'm losing my mind already. Is this a hobby or full-time profession for you? Hobby. I do this as a hobby here. All right, now watch the cap for my Pure Leaf sweet tea. Anybody a big sweet tea fan? Or am I the only one in here? Ever take some shots of the ISS with that thing? Not with the C11. I haven't with the C11. We are set up to track the C11 with the mount, which we may try to do. I may try to do. I just haven't. You're in New Orleans. Oh my goodness, yeah. You're over there by Jenny the Bomb Diggity. That's right. Down in NOLA. But yeah, I haven't actually captured the ISS with this telescope just yet. I've only had this telescope since about the middle of the last year. Sweet tea is a Louisiana state drink. Okay. Got it. Got it. You did not miss it. We were live and got a beautiful view tonight. Really beautiful view. Enjoyable view, honestly. See if we can pull it over a little bit more. Go the right way. I'm going to try to focus just a bit too. Yeah, for being live, and again, this is a live view, so yeah, it's stunning. For being a live view, you really can't beat this type of view. I want to try to focus in just a bit more here. So we got a little bit of focus flop. You can see the striations on Saturn here, which is just stunning. So if we can kind of calm it down right there. You miss Saturn every single time? Nah, dude, you can't be doing that. We got it tonight, though. Is sweet tea like iced tea? It is. But, of course, sweet. Same thing, though. And by the way, thanks, Ray. I do appreciate that, by the way. Definitely a beautiful view tonight. I'm going to try to focus a little bit more here. Sometimes focusing on this telescope can be very tedious. It's not like the 8SE. This thing is really, really sensitive when it comes to focusing. It can be really, really sensitive. You guys better be subscribing. Yeah, I appreciate that. Is this from your telescope? It is, yeah. This is my telescope right here. Mr. Werman, I've been running on an hour and a half sleep. Oh, no. How was work this morning? Really like white tea. It's great for mixing the lilies with it. Okay, I got you. How much was it? This one's about 4,000 to 5,000. Roughly about 4,000 to 5,000. Hey, Sabelle, how's it going? I see you. How is Sabelle tonight? Yo, Jared, what's up, man? Good, great, dude. We got beautiful skies tonight. It is super clear. It's really beautiful. Here's a telescope. You guys want to see what the telescope looks like that we're using? And of course, Saturn's that really bright object right in front of us. Let's see if I can spin the telescope or the camera here a little bit. Look at the amount of stars that are visible currently. It is gorgeous. It is truly gorgeous out there. Tyler, Texas, which direction? Dude, Tyler, Texas is a beautiful area. To the east-southeast for us. Mostly a little bit more east than southeast currently, but east-southeast. Thanks, Jared. Appreciate it, man. Can you look at Mars by any chance? So it is over getting ready to set, if it hasn't already set. It may have actually set already. Let me look real quick. We are way outside of Mars season. Yeah, it's already set. It's already set. It sets right after the sun does. Next Mars season will be a lot of fun, though. Mars is going to be really gorgeous this next year. I'm excited for it to come up. I gotta focus though. We lost focus a little bit here. Jumping around just a little bit. There we go. It's a gas ball just floating in space. It's amazing, ain't it? Mostly hydrogen and helium. About 94% hydrogen, 6% helium. And then there's other stuff though. Methane, propane. Having this guy I had last night, and I'm having yours from last night. That's crazy. What do you used to know when Mars sets, Sky Guide or something? No, it's just I've been doing it so long that it's kind of more common for me to know, I guess. Every now and then I'll open up Stellarium, just kind of like look at the week ahead. Sometimes, not too often though. Saturn, Jupiter, that range diamond. None. It's kind of this is kind of a theoretical question, I guess, but none of them as we know range diamonds, but they have the capabilities to have diamonds, if that makes sense. Everything's there as far as the elements, the heat, in the pressure, but we haven't actually observed it. Galaxy hunting, let's see a galaxy. Not with this setup, we're too zoomed in right now. Ethan, welcome back, buddy. You like Earth Sky? Helps me locate constellation stuff. Oh, that's cool. Oh, thanks, Austin. Honestly, thank you. I appreciate that. What telescope are you using? C11. Right now I'm using the C11 from Celestron. Let me even type it in here if you want. Well, we'll get Streamlabs to type it in for us. It's saved up. There we go. Halloran wasn't Mars yet. Do you ever get to see the rings head on? I mean, are you talking about the Greatest South opening? It's not necessarily head on, but it's the Greatest South opening for sure. And we'll see that in about 7 years from now. Roughly 7 years. Or you could call it the maximum southern ring opening if you want. But it's 2032, so we'll see it again. And then it'll come back to the edge on, then it'll get back to the maximum southern ring opening, and then so on. Better be live streaming? I'm trying. Is this Saturn? It is. Yep, this is beautiful Saturn. Ebony, what's up? How are you doing? How is Ebony? Got Paul in the house as well. What's up, dude? What's the furthest that you've ever looked on that? Galaxies. How much time would it take to reach Saturn on a standard NASA spaceship? It depends if you want to fly by or go to. There's a lot of differences there. For example, let's take the moon. The moon itself takes about 3 days if you want to land on the moon, but if you just want to go by the moon, you can get there in about 12 hours. So it depends on what you want to do. 3i Atlas, not where I can see it. Currently not where we can see it. Which super Saturn was visible? That'd be pretty cool. It's Titan. Titan's off to the edge quite a bit. Titan's actually pretty far away from Saturn tonight. Let's see if I can focus a little bit here. You see it's getting a little bit out of focus. Not horrible, but I can see it getting out of focus just a bit. See if we get to look a little better. There we go. Is that better or no? Can you guys see it better? Maybe even bring in a little bit more light for y'all. Hopefully that helps. Move it over a bit. See if we go the right way. Um, maybe right there for a second. We'll let it kind of settle down. Can you see Atlas yet? We cannot. Not yet. Can you see some of the moons of Saturn? Tonight's going to be a little bit harder. Titan is quite a bit of ways away, and I'm using it 3 times Barlow, which means that we just took out 3 times the amount of light that we normally have. So looking at like galaxies and stuff, they come in a lot quicker. Tonight, when you use it 3 times Barlow, you lose 3 times the amount of light. So it takes quite a bit more to see the moons around it. You want to see Pluto, dude? Pluto's pretty cool. It's just a little dot, but it's behind trees already for us. You can do that thing where you take a good quality photo. We can definitely stack it. Be nice to see the moons at least one. Io. Io's over by Jupiter. I think one of the main ones. So Io's over by Jupiter's one of the 4 Galilean moons. Those being like Ganymede, Io, Jupiter, or sorry, Ganymede, Io, Callisto, and Europa. Io's the most volcanic mass in our solar system, though. Uranus is not where I can get to it. Do you have any programs that automatically find any known space objects using the X, Y, and Z axis? So, DEC and RA, right? So we do that, the DEC and RA. What do you think of Saturn's hexagon storm near the North Pole? I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool. I have no clue what it is, though. I'd be lying if I tried to make up something. Get your moons mixed up? Yeah, not a problem, man. Titan's the large moon that we typically talk about over here by Saturn, where there's Titan, Rhea, and Claudius, Tethys, stuff like that. Neptune through the telescope? It is. We can definitely see Neptune through the telescope. Trying to focus a little bit more here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Just went out of focus quite a bit, so we'll see if we can get back in focus better. Come on, Saturn. Looks like we're getting there. Try right about here, maybe. All right. Jupiter have a hexagonal one too. Not like Saturn's. Nothing like Saturn's. Hopefully I got all the questions. I'm trying to go through all the comments here and make sure I got all the questions. Looks like I did. And by the way, hey, if you are new here, this is Saturn. We're looking live from Kansas City, Missouri. This is a Celestron C11 telescope. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and turn on notification. I try to go live every night. As long as we don't have clouds, you'll probably see me on here. And we'll be doing stuff like this, whether we're looking at our moon, planets, or moons around planets, galaxies, nebulae, star clusters, globular clusters, stellar nurseries, and so on. That's what we try to do. And sometimes even our sun. Sometimes I even try to stream the sun in the daytime. I'm sure you'll enjoy the things that we do here. If you do want to be able to come in, hang out, definitely make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, jump in with us as we go live. What's your take on aliens being have visited Earth or not? No, I doubt it. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. So we can focus a little bit more. Still being studied in labs. After Cassini, yeah, so fascinating and mysterious. So yeah, very, very mysterious. Can we get those likes up for Roman? It's such an amazing channel. I appreciate it, Blue. Honestly, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Yo, what's up, Cool? How you doing, man? How's your night? Great thing about everything is a circle. Planets, atoms. So goes Hexy. I like it. Some popular take. I know it is. I'm going to speak on facts, though. I'm not going to give my opinions. There's times I'll give my opinion. Of course, I'm like my opinion. But I try to speak on facts. I think it's better sometimes that we get the evidence rather than just someone feeding you full of crap and whatnot. And I know a lot of people dislike that so much. They want to be like told that aliens are here and whatnot. And I know that makes some people popular. I'm not here to be popular. I'm here to give you guys cool views of the cosmos and hopefully give you the facts as I know them. And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to say I don't know. Learn to code on the language C++. I do a lot of C++ programming. So I can code processing for making a virtual processor. I can lessen the load on an older computer to make them last longer. That's really cool, Ethan. That's really cool. Make sure I got everything up here. Cody, what's up? I see you. Welcome in, bud. Welcome in. Welcome in. Bat Shy in the house. What's up, Bat Shy? 3A Atlas is not where we can view it yet. Wait until the end of October into November. And then we'll probably start seeing it. What was that, Colt? Oh, you didn't make me, man. I didn't even see a question, I don't think. Don't think I've seen a question anyways. What's Saturn's about 795 million miles away. That's pretty far away. What is Atlas? Atlas is a interstellar comet, most likely a comet. But it's an interstellar object flying through our solar system. It would actually see the space station from Earth. We can. Saturn is a cool thing to come across while randomly scrolling. I'm glad to have you here too. Definitely glad to have you here. Do you believe 3i Atlas is real? Yeah, it's flying through. Cody, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I'm really bad at making content, to be honest. I'm such a better person like to stream and answer questions than I am to make content. I'm like bad at it. Aurora is a scene from the station, so cool. Yeah, you're right. Some of the photos you see from the Aurora Borealis or the Aurora Australias are just amazing to see for sure. Used to chat with the ISS on the ham radios about a decade ago. Yeah, call them out. No, it's definitely not a spaceship. Light minutes and distance. So roughly about, not minutes. I mean, you can. With Saturn here, it's about an hour and 20 minutes roughly, or 71 minutes roughly. C11. Tonight we're using C11. That we definitely ain't gonna do scoots. Also on an older router, there's usually a 1 terabyte hard drive built in, and older routers are like $10. Dude, that's crazy cool. That's actually really crazy. Effect on the entire time you change and work with it until it gets overhead. Yeah, I got you. My biological dad was into ham radios. I never did jump into. I probably should though, just to try it out. But I never did get big into ham radios themselves. I'm a member of Skywarn, which is actually kind of funny. I was a firefighter EMT for quite a while, and of course that took me down the rabbit hole of storm chasing when I was young, and then getting into Skywarn and so on. I just never got into ham radios though. Never was kind of a big thing to me. We cannot see 3i Atlas yet. Not from the observatory here. It's cool listening to people chat all over the road. Dude, that is true. Like, I could see that. Just got a C-Star S30. Can't really afford anything. Dude, the S30 is pretty cool, though. You have any experience with it? I don't with the S30 itself. I do with some of the micro and the smart microscopes, but not the S30, though. Used to be a firefighter medic, too. Dude, that's awesome, man. Super awesome. CG highlights? No, this is live viewing. Can you believe 3i Atlas is honest? What do you believe? So I think it's going to be a interstellar comet. What's with the people that think the Earth is flat? They just think the Earth is flat. They want to resist something. I don't know. It's kind of like the guy, or it's kind of like Trish here says CGI lies. If this was CGI, it would look a lot better than what I'm showing now. This is a raw view of Saturn. Is it true that a swarm of little buggers are following? Not following. And this is kind of where it gets weird. There are a lot of comets coming into the solar system, but not following. They're coming from our solar system. There's only one that's from outside, which is 3i. Virtual practitioner, what they can do, and the load they can take off to save school money and optimize older Chromebooks. See, that's really awesome. That's really cool. Astronomy and Earth science. Ah, no way, dude. That's really awesome. I like planetary science, my side. What happens if it turns and hits Mars and it screws up the rotation of Earth? Then it would turn and hit Mars and screw up the rotation of Earth. Can you see the space station? If it went over, we'd be able to. Microscopy, a real thing or a myth? So I don't do a lot of microscopy type stuff. That's something to ask someone more like in the biologist side. Can you focus better? We could try. Let me try to move it over too. Get it centered back up on the telescope here. Move over. I mean, it's actually really decent. It's not horrible right there. To be honest, like, this is decent focus currently. We'll let it settle for a second. We'll look at it. YCI Atlas giving off the burst exactly every 17 minutes. I don't know. I mean, we haven't really got to study it lately. There's going to be a lot of photographs that goes by some of the instruments on Mars, which will give a little bit more of the information, but that's more of like a cosmologist type question to ask for sure. This is Saturn. What's up, Den? How you doing? New with him, or with us because I just started yet. Oh, okay, I got you. That makes sense. Cool. But their trajectories were converging on... No, not at all. Nope, they all go around the sun, basically. Not at all. Talk about the unknown people. Chase born folk. Why are you a space channel? Sad. Feel sorry for the host. I must have missed something there. Talk about the unknown people. She's born folk. Why are you in a space channel? Sad. Phil. Oh, I'm so confused there, Michael. I don't even know what you're trying to say. Gas and dust, right? With Saturn or with the guy? That's what actually happens. Like, we get into so many conversations. Like, we're mainly talking about Saturn, and then we get, like, all over other areas, and it gets really confusing. What telescope camera are you using? So this is the C11, and I'm using the SV405cc with a 3 times Barlow. Maybe only on no subject. Yeah, totally irrelevant question. Can you drive stick shifts? Yeah, Saturn's can be seen also. They can be. They definitely can be. Is Titan someplace? See, it's pretty far away. Titan's actually a distance away from Saturn tonight. Let me see if we can get close to it, I guess. Make sure I go the right way. I think it's in the opposite direction. See if I can get to come in. Get enough brightness here too. Titan's a little bit harder to capture when you got 3 times Barlow in. Can you guys see it or no? Is it starting to come through? Kinda. A little bit out of focus on it. Let's see if we can... You see Titan, and it almost looks like there may be 2 moons in the area here, but you can barely see it. When you got a 3 times Barlow in, it's really hard to capture a lot of light, though. Everything, it just ends up being way, way, way too dim at that point. Lose a lot of your brightness that you're bringing in. A lot different than we're set up to do, like, deep space. All right, there we go. Diego, what's up, man? How's it going? I ain't seen the other Diego in a minute. We would try series. We did series the other night. It's going to be really hard with the 3 times Barlow in, though. Relaxing is fine. Chunka. Oh, man. Make sure I got everything up here. Titan is lethal company. It's airplane. Oh, man. What's a new upcoming planet that they're going to be shifting to? What exactly do you mean, Nicole? Shifting to? What exactly do you mean? I don't know if you're talking about exoplanets, but we know of over 6,000 exoplanets now. Over 6,000 finally are confirmed. How old are you? I think you're 23. Nope, not 23. What's this 3 times Barlow you speak of? That just kind of was so you lose about 3 times your brightness, but what it does is it extends your focal length, which makes targets much larger, kind of how we're seeing Saturn right now. It's much larger. But we got to focus, so I see we're way out of focus. See if we can focus a little bit better. Not way out of focus, but we can definitely do a better focus job here. There we go. Not too bad. We're at the 40-inch. I don't have a 40-inch telescope. View of a different planet. Oh, what's the next one? Maybe Neptune. We might swing Neptune here in a bit. Why did they declassify Pluto as a planet? Because it was not able, it would not be able to, not that it was not able to, but it would not be able to clear out its neighborhood orbit as it orbits around the sun because of Neptune. All right, Diego, sounds good, man. Have an amazing night, buddy. Have a super amazing night. Can you find Atlas? Not above the horizon where we can see it. Last night we did capture a comet. We went for the Comet Lemon. Can you pick up the rings around Jupiter? No, they're not visible from Earth. Oh, thanks, Jay. I do appreciate that. What time can we see 3i? So it's going to be somewhere near the end of October, but mostly into like the beginning of November will be the first periods where we can start to see it as it's being thrown outside the away from the sun towards the outside of the solar system. All right, cool. Have a good night, man. Thanks for coming in. Make sure I got the rest of them up there. I think I did. How many galaxies are in the observable universe? Ooh, too many. I can't even give you the number. It's an astonishing number. If an asteroid the size of Mount Everest kissed the moon, would civilizations we know it be over? Ooh, that's a tough one. The true answer is going to be don't know, because a lot of different things can happen, right? Um, you have a high possibility of that causing a lot of havoc. Now, would that end civilization? No. If we lost the moon, that would be horrible for us, right? We'd have massive waves in the ocean. Our tilt would not be good at all. We'd be all kinds of wobbly. Our seasons would be all messed up. Would people be able to survive? Maybe, maybe not. That's kind of really a hard question. Too many galaxies, yeah. You can take like rough estimates, right? So like you can look at it and say, okay, within these certain degrees, we see this many galaxies, and then you do that, multiply how many degrees there are, and you get roughly whatever. So, yeah. Loves the plans there to tell me. Oh, dude, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate you. My son, he really loves planets too. Unfortunately, though, obviously when I'm live and we're doing this, he don't get to hang out and visit these type of things. But during the summertime, we spend a lot of time doing stuff, though. I appreciate it, though, man. Honestly, thank you. And Cassegrain compound scope in the 1980s. Mm. Winter nights are the best views you actually get, though. What's the most complex thing that we can see with the telescope right now? Honestly, galaxies. Galaxies are really complex. When you put everything into perspective, galaxies are super complex. Came across this scrolling through the shorts while listening in background while driving home from work. Glad to have you, man. Be safe driving home for sure. Super high-end telescopes, usually the type of mirror. Usually the mirror. Double star solar system. Double stars are really cool. I like binary stars for sure. Binary stars, and so we talk about that. And so our closest star to us, Proxima Centauri, is a triple star system that also has planets, which is really wild. So if you ever hear like the three body problem, a lot of people tend to say that the three body problem is an issue with like having multiple stars and planets, and that's not necessarily true, because the closest star system to us is a triple star system and does have planets. How can we zoom in and see Saturn but can't see the flag on the moon? Because we're not looking at Saturn like we would a flag, right? Saturn's definitely not something that's 248,000 miles away from us, or 238,900 miles away on average. That's 5 foot by 2 foot. Saturn's a massive planet. It's really far away, and obviously we're getting details, but not the greatest details. Kind of odd. Hey, what's up? Welcome in. Glad to have you, bud. How do satellite change affect my view? Not really. Honestly, they don't. Not really. No, it don't affect the view. If you're doing astrophotography, it can get a little bit more in the way per se, but it's not that big of a deal though yet. Not yet, anyways. What's the stream? Astronomy. Here we're hanging out with Saturn currently, though. Let's see if we can focus better again, y'all. Looks like Saturn's getting out of focus. Focus. Get really close and then get really far off, apparently. Happens, though. See if we can get it here. I'm going to be paying attention to this for a second, so I won't see the chat for just a moment here. If we get Saturn to focus in for us. Go, 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 go. Getting a little bit closer. A little closer. Pretty close right there. We'll hold on right here. Welcome back, Cole. What doesn't Earth have rings like Saturn does? Well, we used to, but then we got a moon out of it. We just don't have a lot of material that gets nearby, that gets crushed near us. But we do have, like, if you want to consider like satellite or space trash to be rings, we got that. But The closest thing that to us that will have rings soon that we know of would be Mars. Mars will eventually have rings because of Phobos getting close by and getting smashed. Of course, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune all have rings. No, we don't see the flag on the moon. Got to have something really massive to see something that small. Angular resolution would be the term for it, though. Telescope right now, C11. We are using the C11. If you do exclamation point telescope, I can type it in for you. We'll let Streamlabs type out what we're using. Its focus problem, it's tiny flag. It's too small. Like when I look at the moon, even with this telescope, we're seeing like a radius of like 600, 700 miles. It's just way too small. Like you don't even see a flag if you're like in an airplane flying over right here on Earth, right? So really, it's just really far away and just too small for us to see. Going on with the comet now that has 9 smaller counterparts. No, those are other comets inside of our solar system. Can you show us the moon's not above the horizon anymore? You think we're alone out there? Dude, I think life's out there. We haven't been able to find anything concrete yet in science, so we can't say, yeah, life exists. But there's a lot of evidence starting to come up, and as a lot of people seen here recently, last year a area was discovered on Mars, which would be really important to bring it back here to Earth for a little bit more studies. But that's probably probably the best evidence we have right now of life for sure. Is there a reason that Venus doesn't have a moon to my knowledge? So it does not have a moon. We're not 100% sure why Venus don't. That's actually a tough one because technically Venus could have a moon, but it's more understandable why doesn't Mercury have a moon, because it is a lot closer to the sun, and the sun probably would pull something away, right? But as far as Venus goes, it's hard to say why Venus don't have a moon. It very well could be the sun, but the calculations show that it could still have a moon, that it would still be able to support one. What do you think about Starfleet? Like on a TV? I think you watched a lot of TV. What happens if they come here? Like helping your pets. That's funny. Um, yeah, Three Eyes, just a comment. We're discovery on Mars that they believe most likely in a tribute to microbial life. Yeah, it was discovered last year. It's really coming out in the news right now, though. 100%. You got the 130 SLT, but it's been a couple years since I set it up. Oh, you should. The 130 SLT is an okay telescope. Really, it's a beautiful telescope. We don't need aliens. We have enough problems. I agree. The odds that aliens would land on Earth are very, very slim. Like mind-boggling slim. Can you find 3i Atlas? Cannot. It is not where we can view it currently. Yo, what's up, Viking? How's it going, dude? Good evening, bud. What's your take on the WOW signal? Is that the new signal that's see if I can remember this one. Is the WOW signal the one that the reoccurring magnetic frequency, right? What do you think about the video of the aliens at the mall here? Wow, back fake. Here's what I think. Here's honestly my problem with a lot of stuff is AI. AI is getting to trick a lot of people's minds, and it's unfortunate. Jupiter. So it don't not even close to being a star. Jupiter would need about 80 times the amount of mass. Now, size-wise, it is about the size of like a brown dwarf star, but it's missing a lot of mass to be able to ignite fusion. Go night fishing in northern Wisconsin. We have some unknown things similar to satellites. However, they changed direction speed. Did nothing like that. Honestly, Frank, I've never seen anything like that. Usually something like that is because I drank too much. I believe was the strongest signal I ever witnessed at the time. I'll have to look it up again. I'll definitely have to look it up again. I was thinking, so there's like a frequent, like a very fast frequent magnetic wave signal coming through that's not very common at all. It don't mean much, so it could be anything, right? We could be picking up something else that we haven't discovered. It gets kind of wild. Gets a little wild. Hey, Peggy, how's it going? Welcome in. Men in space in the house as well. What's up, brother? How you doing? Can we look at the space station? If it went over, we'd go for it. Trust me, if it was going over right now, we would go for it. But it's not. It currently ain't. Let's see if we can pull the telescope over a bit more. There we go. Catch a lot of northern and Muskegon, northern Wisconsin through the ice. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. You guys will probably find out. I don't talk a lot about alien type stuff, to be honest. I think alien conversations from a host that is streaming like this usually does it for some kind of popularity contest. I only speak mostly on facts of evidence that we receive. Let's see if we can do a little better focus here. Just a bit more. Get to look a little better. Again, this is a raw view from here near Kansas City, Missouri. You're looking at Saturn live. I'll do my best here to get it to focus in. Give us the best view we can currently have. Realist, yeah, I get it, man. What focal length to see Saturn? Honestly, focal length's not a big thing because you can see Saturn without even a telescope, right? It's the most distant planet that we can see with our naked eyes. But with that said, the C11 is about 2,800, and then I'm using 3 times bar load right now. So we're way out there. The rings makes my brain hurt. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh, thanks, Frank. I appreciate it, man. Dude, I honestly thank you. I'm new to the YouTube side here of streaming. I appreciate it 100%. I really appreciate the support. What's the coolest thing that you've ever seen out there? Planets. Honestly, I'm always drawn to the planets. How long could we live if we landed on Saturn? You won't land, but a couple seconds, roughly. Favorite movie about Saturn? Ooh, I don't really know that I have a favorite movie about Saturn. Need telescope only on one, a motorized one. Tracking by hand suck. That is true, dude. 100%. Tracking by hand does suck with a telescope. I agree with that for sure. You like the Horsehead Nebula? It's gorgeous. I like it. I definitely like it. There's something about planets though that always draw me in. I always love planets, and of course planetary science. So it does make sense. Is it possible for a moon to have a moon? Technically, no. Because the definition of a moon is a moon is a natural satellite that orbits a planet. That makes the definition of a moon. So technically, no. But then we go into weird stuff, right? So like asteroids have moons. Well, how do they have moons? Because they're not planets. So how's that a host body? It gets kind of weird. So technically, in definition, no. But why do we say that asteroids have moons? That's beyond me too. Nope, this Saturn. Currently looking at Saturn. You think Interstellar is the best movie? I'm gonna go with honestly, I would go Contact. We got 7 quasi-moons, so altogether we got 8 moons currently. Thoughts on Halley's Comet? I thought it was really cool. I was really young, obviously. Really young. James Webb's telescope is going to change the way we understand the universe. It really has. It already has in a huge sense. Coordinating my telescope with a Cheshire eyepiece. Any tips? Ooh, that's a tough one, man. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever used a Cheshire eyepiece, to be honest. You like moonfall? Nice. Right now we got 8 moons. We got 1 main moon, our moon, and then we got 7 quasi-moons. 7 known quasi-moons. Quasi-moons are small captured bodies like asteroids that are temporary. They can stick with us up to a few months. Contact was a good movie. It really was. Thoughts on the 60s TV show, Lost in Space? I was not alive in the 60s. I don't even think I've ever seen that show, to be honest. I definitely wasn't alive in the 60s. I honestly, I can't even remember if my dad ever watched anything like that either. He was more into like Nash and stuff like that. Interstellar does try to explain time distortion. It does. It actually did. It tried. I don't know. I just had a hard time watching it. For me, it's more like a chick flick. Using a refractor or a reflector for deep sky objects. So that, I guess that's more of it. It depends on the person, right? So what I'm using right now, Michael, is actually considered to be a hybrid between a refractor and reflector, and I enjoy it. It's a really short telescope. Um, I truly enjoy SCTs, but there's a thing about refractors that I enjoy because obviously they're a lot easier to deal with. You don't have to collimate them. Reflectors, on the other hand, you get those cool star patterns, right? You get the it's just that's a tough one, man. I think it's on the person though. For me, I like the Smith cat screen. Yo, what's up, Astro? How's it going, buddy? You have all the Twilight Zone episodes on Blu-ray. It's about 20 discs. Dude, that's crazy cool. Yeah, I thought it was chick flick. Honestly, like I couldn't do Interstellar. I tried it twice. I just could not get into it. Thanks, Ghost. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Best moon game, Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask? I'll have to look it up. I'm not sure what that one is. Here's another thing I should put out there. I don't watch a lot of TV either. I tend not to watch a lot of TV, so it's easy for me to get bored watching a movie or show. Jim, we're here and watch until we get a UFO sign. You're gonna be here for a while, Eric. That was the only space nerd that wasn't into Interstellar. Yeah, dude, I just couldn't do it. You're watching Godzilla movies with your wife. Oh, no way. That's cool though. My little dude's into Godzilla. He's really big into like dinosaurs, and then of course Godzilla kind of somehow comes into that whole aspect. I'm not sure how it does, I guess, but maybe it's something to do with just how massive they are. See if I can focus a little bit more here. How's it looking to y'all? Is it a little too bright or no? Can you see it okay? Hopefully. Hopefully you guys can see it okay. How can you do this? I try to go live every night. Depends on clouds though. This week looks really good. You'll probably see me every night, at least until Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday when the clouds start to roll in again. Jupiter's not up where we can get to yet. See really well? Okay, good. Awesome. Show the comment. There's not one that I can get to right now. It's a bit bright. Is that any better? Let me know if that's any better. Ghost, I appreciate it, man. Ronald, thank you as well. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you get all the comments here. See Mo comment someone. I didn't see anything there. Must have missed something. Oh, are you outside on the ground level? On a roof? What's your setup like? Observatory. Inside an observatory. Is it worse now? Can never please the mass, right? Never please the mass. There we go. How about that? You watch Squid Games, but I'm sorry. You watch the new season? I got you. I got you. It's all good. I did not see anything actually. I missed everything. I'm too busy pleasing the masses, remember? Let's see if we can pull this over a little better. I think I need to polar align the mount a little bit better. There we go. Let it kind of settle out there. Thoughts on the Ozarks, like the show or the actual Ozarks? The Ozarks are beautiful. What is something that you want to do but can't? Ooh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I enjoy everything I do. Steven says fake. Is this the iPhone 17? No, it's a telescope. What do you think about Elon Musk's space program? I think anything that has to do with space exploration is pretty cool, to be honest. Why there are no stars? It's exposure. You got to turn up exposure to pick up dimmer objects. Yeah, but Saturn. We had Jupiter this morning, though. We did Jupiter, which came in really beautiful, but then we did Comet Lemon. Lemon is getting really bright, by the way. James, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, bud. Plutonium, Pluto. It would be very bad. That's funny. That is super funny. Um, Here in South Florida, I got to get into Everglades. For dark skies, our winter's the best for clear nights, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Winters definitely give me the best views for sure, too. Can you really see a storm on the North Pole of Saturn? Not right now. We see mostly the south side of Saturn currently. Um, the north side, you can kind of capture it a little bit in exposure, but obviously it's something like Cassini seen a lot better than what we see from here. You can start to make it out when you do nice captures and process it, though. When you get into that point where the maximum southern width is open. Yeah, winter nights are always the best for any kind of viewing for sure. We should see a galaxy. Dude, galaxies are really hard with the 3 times Barlow that we got set up tonight. We're basically set up to be able to view planets rather than deep space currently. We know of the hexagon storm on the North Pole. We don't really visualize much when we look at the South Pole of Saturn. Nothing like what we see on the north side, of course. The North Pole definitely pretty wild. One telescope is looking at a used made 90 EC. That wouldn't be too bad. That'd be all right. Versus Proxima Centauri, you got to be in the southern hemisphere to view it. How old is Saturn? Somewhere probably around 4.5, 4.6 billion years old. How do you see it? Proxima? Are you in the southern hemisphere? Like without telescope? You gotta be in the southern hemisphere to see the star. I'm not in the southern hemisphere myself. I'm in the northern. I'm near Kansas City, Missouri. What's the oldest planet? Saturn is relatively older, if not the oldest planet. It is very possible Saturn's one of the oldest planets that we have in our solar system. But to give the full answer, couldn't answer it for you. Jupiter very well could be too. Jupiter also could be. Yeah, Jupiter could be. So there's a couple of thoughts here. Jupiter probably formed a little closer to the sun, and then Saturn could have pulled it. So that's one thought. But it's a tough one though. It's honestly a tough one. Saturn could be the older planet. Jupiter could be, but the true answer is we don't really know. Which Oscar brand do you recommend for beginner astronomers? So probably Celestron. I'll go Celestron. I got Lim Bus, and we have a Sky Bus, and we have a Water Bus. One day we'll have a Space Bus. That's pretty cool. This is my telescope, yep. This is my telescope. Just want to pull it back in the view a little bit and see it again. There you go. Picture of the Bell Nebula, and it was really cool. Yeah, dude, the Bell Nebula is really beautiful. All right, give me just a minute, y'all. I gotta run in for just a minute and grab a drink. I only brought out one sweet tea with me, so I gotta run through. I'll tap the telescope so you guys can see me tap the telescope. You can see it's a live view and everything. But give me just a minute. I'll be right back. We turn off the crickets so you don't have to hear the door open and shut on the observatory too. It's still one of those things. It's one or the other. Either Saturn or Jupiter. I'm gonna go with probably Saturn. But there's still not a lot of there's no way to come to that. We know that Saturn helped pull Jupiter out. So we know that Jupiter would have flown much closer, almost closer to ours. No, that's not. Yeah, you're playing serious like this. Kind of weird actually. They're more staring the they're more than staring. They're doing drumming down. Doing their own more stars, more stars. Doesn't matter Jupiter. It honestly doesn't. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter which one it is. There's no actual thing out there. But Jupiter was most likely pulled out from Saturn, which is pretty interesting when you think about those kind of stuff. If Jupiter was still inbound, much closer to where we are, we probably would have found out. But Saturn obviously comes out from prototypes or protos of age of that source, which is really cool. Getting started in galaxies. Saturn's amazing. That's right. Yeah, that's just are you able to get an image of three eyes? Not perfect. You pass out hard watching those things. That's awesome. I did that. You might do it. It's a little less distracting to see what's happening here. You're fine. Good job. Everyone is here. Where did you go? You can't. Oh my goodness, I was muted the whole time. I forgot to unmute my mic. I was talking the whole time too. Yeah, I was talking. Oh my goodness. I'm such a nerd. There we go. It's just a little better not having the bottom camera on. I'm still trying to get it to focus in nicely though here. Still a bit off. Focus. Yeah, Streamlabs pretty wild. Streamlabs bot is a little bit wild. Focus a little more. I think we're getting closer. Still out of focus though. But I think we're getting close to being focused in right here. A few more nudges probably. Maybe. Maybe. Does it look better or no? A lot better. Good. Good deal. Hey, what up, Zach? How's it going? How's your night? I'll try a little bit more focus here. How about that? Got the stream early? You did? What's up, Ranger Bob? How you doing, bud? Chilling? Nice. Very nice. Ethan Psychic. What was that? Where are you shooting this from? Kansas City, Missouri. All right, hopefully we got everything there. Clarify this. My 10-year-old son and I are watching your stream, and he doesn't believe me that when I tell him that each star has a planetary system. Not everyone. So the best way to say it is all suns are stars, but not all stars are suns. So probably roughly about like a 50-50 chance, right? It's probably even actually over that it's more common that stars have planetary systems than it is that they don't. Yo, what's up, Bradley? What's up, man? Willard, welcome in. How are you doing? How did you use the pickup lines? The chat. Oh my goodness, man. What up, Brad? How's it going, dude? How was your night? Yeah, I appreciate that. I'll try not to rant too much. You lost $10, dude? Check your back pocket. Where's Uranus? On the other side of the sky? It hasn't came up yet. If anyone thinks that we are the only ones in the universe, are very narrow-minded. It's not necessarily true to say it, though. Some people like the aspect of they need the evidence, right? I mean, that's science. The science at the end of the day says we have to view it, we got to observe it, we got to be able to test it. Saturn's flat. It's the flattest planet in our solar system. I've been watching a lot of Star Talk, so I'm enjoying watching this so far. I appreciate it, man. Glad to have you, Zach. How big will the sun be when it becomes a red giant? It's going to be relatively big. It's hard to say exactly at what point it'll start to fuse iron and then go nova. So it's hard to say exactly how big it's going to actually get. But when it goes nova, this comes up to the next issue: is how far will the planetary nova go out? Will it go past Earth? Will it come up to Earth? It's another question we just don't really have an answer for. All right, Garson, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. It's in your pocket in the other shorts, dude. That sounds about right. Um, we need to find it, Oliver. It's somewhat true. It is Saturn. Beautiful Saturn tonight. Other inhabitable inhabitants on other planets, mate. It's possible. It's very probable. When you look at the numbers, sheer numbers, probably. Where are the TV stars? We're home, not on the net, I guess. Nice. That's super funny. No, this definitely ain't Star Talk. This definitely is not Star Talk. This is us hanging out and enjoying Saturn. 3 Atlas? Can't see it right now. Probably at the end of October into the beginning of November, we'll start to see it as it gets slungshot out of our solar system, but it'll go past the sun. We'll start to be able to view it at that point. What's up, New Zealand? How you doing, by the way, bud? Welcome back. Any other planets visible tonight? Neptune's really close to where we're at, and then Uranus will come up, and then we'll get Jupiter to come up, and then Venus, and then of course the Sun, and then you'll have Mercury, and then you'll have Mars coming up. How much is this telescope? About I think it's 4 to 5,000 for this telescope, roughly. That's beautiful tonight. Really clear, really beautiful. Price for frame, I guess. That's true. Is it possible for a gas giant to solidify? Not that we know of. There's nothing that we've been able to experience that would say so. Anyways. Can you see the same with the $1,000 telescope? I guess if you find a used one. This is C11. 11-inch mid-cast screen, if you want to know. The limitation is the atmosphere. That is true. That is one of our major hurdles. You can definitely see with the same with the $1,000 telescope. Oh, dude, no problem at all. So it's the flag on the moon. The moon's not even in our view. We're looking at Saturn. Yeah. No, I had to reread it again. No, I agree. You definitely can. You definitely can. Yeah, it would definitely have to be heavier elements, which means it needs a fuse, and it just doesn't do that. There's nothing that we experience besides like a star, obviously. But even then, it only fused to heavier elements for a short amount of time, and then you either have a nova or a supernova. So there's nothing that says that it would like solidify. There's nothing that we experience to see that. 40D and 8-inch Newtonian, dude, that's super awesome. Yeah, you definitely can't see the flag on the moon. What's the aperture size of this telescope? 11-inch. Know that sloth flowers are literally deadly. Google it. Oof. I don't even want to know. What the heck? Why would you Google that, Courtney? Yeah, this telescope's too much, to be honest. I don't recommend the C11. I honestly don't recommend it. Gonna get a Mac out stuff soon. They're good. They're nice, dude. I got 2 of them sitting here. They're decent. I got you. Okay, that makes more sense then. I get it now. You can see the flag. No, we cannot. Not with my equipment. You'd need something really large. Angular resolution for sure. Yeah, I got 2 different Mac cast screens here. One from S. Vivani, and then I got one from Celestron. Is it truly never ending? Is it circular? So space, and not the cosmos, I assume, right? Not the universe. So there's 2 definitions we'll go through, and one being space itself, which I think is probably infinite. Then we talk about the universe itself as probably not infinite. It's something that we see expanding, so likely it has an end to it. The cosmos, just the name of our universe. Telviews are really nice. Love wine eagles, yeah. Telviews are really nice. Hi Norma, how are you? Are you gonna send me a good scope? Then when are you gonna come visit me? Actually use a good scope, I guess. Tanker army, nice. It's a boom in the galaxy we're flying through. Expanding, yeah. AI edit other planet that explode and freak people out occasionally. Oh no, man. I'm not all about that, dude. Like, honestly, there's people that enjoy making videos like that because they want people to subscribe to them for being fake or something. I'm here to be real. I'm going to give it to you as I am, my knowledge, and then we'll go from there. How's it that our moon has a rotation? It does rotate. It's what's called synchronization rotation, though. Since it's tightly locked to us, it makes that one rotation as it orbits around Earth, which is about 27.3 days. And this is similar, like, for example, if you stand up and hold a can of Pepsi in front of you, and then you watch the label, you do a 360, you won't see it spin. But if you have your friend watch you, they'll see it do that one rotation because you're spinning, right? Doing the 360, they'll see it do that rotation. That we are alone is silly. It's not even an argument. Like, I mean, like scientifically though, like we haven't found anything that we can say that this is life from outside of Earth. So there's not an argument per se. It comes to 2 different things. You either got science, which is going to give you the facts of the evidence that we have, or you're going to have opinions, and they're 2 completely different things. I mean, it does spin. Spin, rotate, same thing. Hey, what up, Fourth? How you doing? Can fit between the Earth and the Moon. And it's if it was in its apogee space between Earth. So apogee being the apogee. Make sure I say it correctly. Apogee is the distance, the most distant point as it goes through its elliptical orbit from Earth to the Moon. And in that period, you'd be able to put all the planets between us. But if it's closer, like let's say perigee, then no, you wouldn't be able to. It's fascinating. That's awesome, man. Would anything really change other than the view? So yes, in a huge sense, if it wasn't entirely locked to us, it means that we didn't have enough attraction between us, which means that we would have other issues, and we probably would be a little bit more wobbly, which would cause a little bit of issues with our seasons and stuff. And of course, the ocean wouldn't be in check because of this. What's your favorite sight that you're able to see through your telescope? Definitely planets. Planets are definitely the thing I like to go for. Get close up to the moon. Sorry if it's been asked before, but I haven't seen the question. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not only does it pull the ocean up, it actually pulls the ground up as well that you stand on. AJ, what's up, AJ? I see you. How you doing? How are you doing tonight? Cody, what's up, brother? How's your night, dude? Get the view of Saturn more clear with better weather. Yeah, like right now we're out of focus a little bit. I was going to try to focus, but then I forgot to pay attention and focus. Let me see if I can focus a little bit better here. Wintertime, you definitely get a better view for sure. I kept it locked in a view. The mount's a computerized mount that tracks objects through the sky for us. Appreciate it, Fiber. You're all sick? No way, Jay. That's not good. Mars is already set for us. Mars is already set. Always have found life outside of Earth, but it was so different that we can't even recognize it as life. Then we wouldn't recognize it as life. Kind of answer your own question in the question. Yeah, it's basically a motor. Twist the end of the camera on the telescope, right here. This is the telescope right here. You want to see? I can like tap the telescope if you want me to tap it real quick. You can see everything shake. It's hard to twist because everything's locked in. The camera's right here though, around the back. You can see kind of like where that green light is. I can tap the telescope. Twisting's a little bit different. They'll take us out of focus and everything. Then we find microorganism on Mars. It's possible. It's not that we have. It's very, very probable that we have. But there's no way to say yes until the samples come back. Aberdeen, your favorite star? Aberdeen's pretty cool. Hey, Henry, what's up, man? How you doing? What other planets can we see right now? Saturn and Neptune. Making it to keep us on this planet. Not really. Not at all. Seven Sisters Pleiades? Not up yet. Not to where we can see it. I have an amazing night, Karen. Hopefully work goes well tomorrow. We'll see. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Heard somewhere that Saturn is the only reason Jupiter has a stable orb. Is that true? Saturn most likely did pull Jupiter out to where it's located. Knew that there were the silliest specimens in the entire realm of space. Oof, maybe. Who knows? KD, thank you so much for the subscribe, man. Have a good night, bud. Is that the planet where Bigfoot is from? Maybe, I guess. What do you think about Three Eye Atlas? I think it's going to be a comet. We'll know more. Sometime in November, there'll be a much better analysis done as it's leaving from behind the sun as it starts its way towards the outside of the solar system. It'll be a lot easier to analyze it. Dude, thank you so much. Just Max Echo, I appreciate you, man. People laugh at things because it hurts to watch. People should learn. I think knowledge is amazing. I think that's one thing that we could all use as knowledge, of course. Cosmic exposure to see nebulas. Like, the exposure is just how long do you leave the lens open to capture light. The longer your exposure, the more light you capture. Even though you're ignoring me, I'll subscribe. I didn't see anything, Old Soul. Dude, I didn't see anything from you. I don't think. Did you guys see him say anything else? Oh, up here. Oh, my bad, dude. Can you show us your favorite planet? Jupiter, but it's not up yet. It was pretty far up there, my bad. What if solar flares happen? Solar flares are basically like friction. So, like, if you rub your hand together, you get that friction. But then imagine taking all the particles and the intertangle, the magnetic fields, and you get a lot of that friction. It's a little bit out of focus. It is. It's a hard thing to do. Maintaining focus and maintaining my eye on chat, like, they do not work well together at all. Almost need someone here in the observatory that can just pay attention to the view, so I can keep up with the comments. Dude, have an amazing night, man. Thanks for coming in. Neo Max, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Curiosity and questions is what leads to discovery. Dude, that's true. Really true. That is true. Moving targets? What do you mean, Ranger Bob? What exactly do you mean on that? Have an amazing night, Thomas. Thanks for coming in. Tracking scope? Yeah, tracking scopes really help tremendously. Not only just a tracking scope, but a guide scope as well. So, like, you see where the white scope is on top of this one? That's a 70 millimeter ED telescope. But usually I have a guide scope on that. It's a 50 millimeter. But you can also use a 70 millimeter for guide scope as well. They both can be basically used as guide scopes. What's it close to the most memorable thing that you've seen with your telescope? Definitely going to be total solar eclipses. Always the most memorable for me. Some of the other things like Jupiter and its closest approach that we've had. Next time, it was opposition obviously, but the closest approach a couple years ago. The next time we'll get like a super close approach of something like Jupiter's like 107 years from now. But nights like that for sure. That's around forever. Yeah, it takes a long time for the energy to come out from outside the sun. It's just not even just light photons going on in there. A lot of different things are happening. Yeah, it takes quite a while to get out. It's not necessarily where the flare comes from, though. Flare comes from its friction. The friction states from mostly the magnetic field. So, like, we typically see flares like in the outside of it would be the umbra of like sunspots, but it's not always the case. But 95% of the time, we see the flares come from sunspots, right on the outer region of them. And these are areas where the magnetic field gets intertangled. Fusion can't even make it up to the surface. Scott, Irish Scoots, I appreciate you, man. Honestly, thank you so much, bud. Ron, what's up, brother? Good evening. Lazy, no, you're good, dude. You're definitely good. On the right path for sure. Definitely the right path. Your roars down in Missouri. We do sometimes. Last time was about 2 months ago, roughly. Last time we got to see the northern aurors. It's gotten pretty south lately, yeah. Solar maximum, dude. Solar maximum is an amazing time. Jealous of it? Yeah, they're gorgeous though. It's always awesome to get to see. I live streamed them last year. We were able to live stream them. They were so bright. The camera picked them up, no problem at all. It was really awesome. Was Jupiter visible really, really, really late tonight? Roughly about 5:30 Central Time. It's really, really late. Followed by the front center voice. Yeah, I got 2 microphones on right now. One inside, right next to the telescope, and then one here in the operating room. Probably those guys are even annoying, huh? Can you hear all the crickets out there? Or with the bot AI. Ooh. Gotcha. It's not only around that time, it's just the current time right now. Throughout the year, it'll come up much quicker. Ah, you're not feeling good, dude? Maybe we'll see Jupiter. Maybe. We'll see how the night goes. It's 11:20 now, so it's still 6 hours away. Saturn indestructible. You need a lot of mass to be able to take out Saturn. Saturn's big. It's really hard to actually perceive like just how massive Saturn actually is itself, and its mass is very similar to Earth. It's about 8% more. Focus is actually decent. Probably do a little bit more. See if we can. It's not horrible, but it's not great. So we got to calm down. Focus Saturn. Probably about right here. Been in Missouri a few times. It's not too bad here. It's really not too bad. Let me zoom in just a bit here. It's a little out of focus. Try to focus a little more. Try to tell if I'm going the right way or the wrong way. Looks like it's going the wrong way. Go the other way. Probably the best right there for a minute. Have you been to Indiana? I have. Indianapolis area. Got family in St. Robert? Okay. I know where that is. Hey Joe, what's up? How's it going? High sophisticated computer simulation and be a highly sophisticated computer simulation. Miss Andromeda? I haven't done Andromeda yet tonight. Yeah, right next to Uranus, Missouri, down on 44. So funny. Uranus, Missouri is really wild. What a crazy name to have. Except they call it Uranus, Missouri. Super wild down there. No, Michael getting attacked by the bot. I don't like dots, apparently. Try a little bit better focus again. No, let's not touch it. That's pretty decent. What can break Saturn's rings? It's gravity. Saturn's gravity. It kind of does, actually. We got about 100, 200 million years left. And eventually the rings won't be there anymore. Road trip destination of my nice, dude. That is funny. Is it really visible? It is. Everything in the universe is literally way too far away. For us primitives, humans to reach. Yeah. What is it? Saturn. Right now we're looking at Saturn. Did you say you did look at it or not yet? Not tonight. We haven't. We haven't looked at it yet tonight. I got a 3 times Barlow in on the telescope, so it'd be really hard to get a galaxy right now. Like we would barely see the galaxy. We would see the core and hardly the core. It'd just be a really bright area. Not clear? I mean, it's pretty decent for live. That's a live view of Saturn. It's not like I'm showing you images or something. That's what Saturn looks like through a telescope. Earth has rings of space trash, space junk. We kind of do. It's kind of true. Hyperdrive through space. Nice. Yeah, it's my backyard. Had an awesome view the other night of Andromeda or Saturn. Which one? Assume you mean Andromeda. Andromeda, beautiful Andromeda. I'm using the small telescope for basically to help assist me with aligning the main telescope, just because of how much zoom we have. What's your take on 3i Atlas? Just 3i Atlas, interstellar object, most likely a comet. Any clear planet that you can focus on right now? Saturn. I mean, this is fairly clear. This is something that you're seeing live. I can probably do a little better focus. I can see it's getting out of focus right now, but that's kind of what you get for live view of Saturn. That's how you know you're looking at Saturn. Katie, good evening. How are you? Welcome in. Thanks, Elon. Appreciate it, bud. Oh, we definitely got to focus a little bit better. It's way out of focus right now. See which way I need to go. Looks like we need to go the other way. Focus. It's starting to get kind of really warm in here right now. Use the view Andromeda telescope wise. I mean, usually the 70 ED, 70 millimeter refractor telescope is usually what I use for Andromeda. So massive. Right from it still hasn't reached us yet. Yeah. Close up of the moon would be awesome. It is beautiful. This telescope does a really good job with the moon. Yeah, it's really far away from us. But not clear. That's what you see through a live telescope. How much does one of those cost to buy? Which one? Like the telescope I'm using right now is about $5,000 roughly. It just stops suddenly I can see colors, the image from a camera contrast and brightness of this. You can make out, like, so when you look in the eyepiece, it's just so much clearer than what cameras capture, to be honest. Like, I don't even know why that is. The eyepiece is such better definition the way we see it through an eyepiece. You get such better definition compared to this, and obviously the contrast makes a huge difference. Just it's such a bright target, and cameras aren't that great when it comes to bright targets. No, Casey. Not at all, man. When would you show? We're probably about 3 to 4 days from being able to observe the moon in the evening hours. Try to focus a little bit more. If I get better focus, I'd stack it for you. You'll see a better view of Saturn. Just got to get better focus going. Right now, it's really, really floppy. Way out of focus currently. Trying to get closer. I feel like we're getting closer, but at the same time, I feel like I'm getting so far away that, like, just one of those things. It could just be even a pocket of turbulence in the sky. Sometimes it's just a little tough when you get turbulence. Normal, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for subscribing. Will you be able to catch the Atlas? Yeah, end of October into November. It's a bit blurry. Yep, it's a bit blurry. Trying to find the right focus, but sometimes it can be tedious. Pay attention to the chat, plus get the focus. Just join. I got you. Yep, we just had a new moon a few days ago. Sunday, even. Wasn't very long ago at all. Trying to get a better focus here. I'm actually going to run it out for a second, real quick here. Run out a little past and then come back in a little bit more. We did. Oh man, it feels like I get right there and then it just slips. Becomes like too much at some point. Yeah. Ever wish you had a Winnebago spaceship like on Spaceballs? No. That's funny. Astronomical events. I mean, we just passed Saturn in opposition. We just passed Neptune in opposition. Still waiting for the Blaze Star to go nova, which is a recurring nova. We got a lot of comets coming up this year. And Lemon might be one that'll be visible to the naked eye. It should be really cool. Yeah, it's really edge on. It's razor thin right now, which makes it so hard to focus also. Being razor thin like this is making everything so much harder to focus when it comes to Saturn. I'm going to go a little past it here a bit. See if we can do anything. Wow, it is hot in here right now. Let me turn on the air conditioner in the observatory. Computer, turn on the aircon. Make sure I turn off the outside microphone you guys might hear. You can just hear the aircon kick on here next to the telescope. Now I'm going to try to go back to focus. See if we can go past it. Recurring nova. Recurring novas are whenever like a star. We talk about like the blaze star. It's a white dwarf star, so it's a core from another star, and it'll feed or be fed, either one, mass to another object, or to it'll be fed. And once it gets too much, then its atmosphere just can't maintain the gravity and the balance of the pressure, and it goes nova again. Trying to get it completely focused in here. I think we're getting close, but sometimes hard to tell. I think we're getting close again. Still way off. May actually be getting way off again. Yep, we are. Okay. Now we need to go the other way. Sorry, that's a horrible explanation, but while I'm trying to focus, kind of where my mind went. See what we can do here. Hopefully it gets really close. I remember where I started at. Sometimes getting yourself way out of focus and then coming back to it helps tremendously. Sometimes. I feel like we're getting really close now. Decently close. Looks a little bit worse. Yeah, the air conditioner came on. I mean, you're going to get a little bit of shaking from it because it's connected to the observatory. You make money from the setup? I do not from the setup. So basically, I've been streaming for quite a while. All the gifts and the funds that I receive through donation tips and whatnot, I always throw back into what I do. You're almost Sherlock Holmes, dude. Almost. Sometimes focusing a telescope's not as simple as you'd think, especially a massive telescope. These large telescopes are sometimes difficult to focus. Metal Ball, appreciate it. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. We're about there, though. I guess getting really close to being decently focused. We could just be in a pocket of turbulence in the sky that we're looking through, which sometimes causes these type of issues too. It makes it really difficult to try to capture and maintain. I could probably do a little bit more. I can start to see the striation pretty well. Ever just got up a new star and got the name? I have not. You can make a recommendation for naming, but the IAU is the naming body of celestial objects. We do. Both of them. We do get to look at Uranus and Neptune. Just wondering if, like, there was secondary use that was fun and all this. Nope. We link the two telescopes together. Stacking. I mean, you can just stack two telescopes together. I don't know if you mean like look through one telescope into the other telescope. Really wouldn't work too well. It'd be a really hard concept. That's pulled over a little better. There we go. Who named Uranus, and were they a jokester? I mean, I doubt it because they didn't have 2-year-old minds, I guess. I appreciate it, Michael. Have a good night, man. Try to focus a little more. Using both. It wasn't stacking. So they're stacked on each other. We got both telescopes set up currently, but I got the deep space camera set up that I'm using currently. What are we tracking with Niku 6R Pro? Yeah, Uranus is a Roman god. All the planets are named after Roman gods or Greek gods. Is it true that every star is a sun? Not every star. There are a lot of planets that have candidates and plus verified exoplanets, but not all stars do though. Triangulate. I do like. Sometimes I do what's called plate swapping. I don't know if that's what you're speaking of. Plate swapping is a really cool method. It will allow me to take like a photo of the stars in the background, and then it will determine exactly where I'm looking at, and it'll send corrections to the mount to be able to go to the target we want to go to. The moon's not where I can see it. It's not up right now. Every sun is a star, but not every star is sun. That's correct. Show your observatory. Just realized since in it. I can throw it on somewhat. I mean, you've seen the outside here. There's not much to it. You can see like that cable right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a cable right there. Basically grabs the roof, and it's a slide-off roof. And what it does, it opens, closes that way. You got the telescope. There's a lot of cabinetry in here that has a lot of telescope stuff. I guess over here. Come back a little bit. Let me reset that too. Let me reconnect it. There we go. So back over here where the telescope is. So basically where we've seen the cable. Right here roughly. Oh my goodness, went a little too far. Right about there. See if I can tip it a little more. So the door where I'm actually sitting in is right there. I don't know if you can kind of see the door, but the door that I'm in is right here. And then where I'm sitting at is the operations room, which is where everything's controlled at. See if I can get to pull into. Yeah, there we go. So it's just like an operations room. It has all the computer systems, AC, if the camera ever kicks on. There it is. And the other telescopes around us, 3D printer, just whatever. It's kind of dark in here though. Let me see if I can turn on the light. I hate turning on lights because then I can never see anything properly. There you go. Oh, that's like 8SE right over here. I got a 122 millimeter refractor, a couple of Metcalf screens down there. Another refractor style telescope. Oh, yeah. We could see the Horsehead Nebula tonight. Ooh, maybe. We might. We'll see how things go. There's going to be some period where I'll probably like want to take a break per se. Usually I forget to take breaks. So maybe we'll take a break and then I'll swap out some of the equipment so we can actually do like deep space type stuff. The way we're currently set up, there's no way we could do deep space. You know what? I just noticed we don't even see Saturn anymore on this view. What the heck did I do? No, there we go. That fixed it. What are you tracking with? We got that one, I think. I think I answered that one just a bit ago. But yeah. Hopefully got everything for you guys. I'm not in astrophysics, no. Astrophysics is a super hard degree to go for. Really hard. It's a beautiful night out though. Yeah, it's the setup basically. It's just, this is a really nice setup. This is the newer addition to it. Basically when you want some heating and air conditioning when you're out here at night, and you don't want to get attacked by mosquitoes. This made it super nice. So space is real. It is real. You're in space, by the way. You are in space. Can you show us stars? Maybe in a bit we'll do a star. We might do a star here in a bit. Love Saturn. Saturn is beautiful, man. It really is beautiful. It really is beautiful. All the stars you see out there are inside of our galaxy. When you go out and look up, those are all the stars in our galaxy. He's watching the ISS live stream. Oh yeah, so that we're all astronauts because the Earth is in space. Yeah. What else have you looked at with this telescope? Space. Like my observatory makes it where you really can't look downwards per se. D-Vids, what's up, bud? How you doing? How you doing, D-Vids? How's your night going? About ready for the weekend? Um, honestly, no, I haven't, but honestly, have not. That's the music kind of went away. We'll bring it back in. I want to say sorry for insulting the guy yesterday. No, you're good, man. It's all good. Timeout was deserved. One of the mods got you. Yeah, it's all good, man. Have like binoculars from a ship, and we bird watch with sometimes. Dude, it's really cool. Yeah, use that on the moon and stuff, man. Really awesome. Can you hear the music now? I just turned it back on. Hopefully you can hear it. I can crank it up a little bit more for you. There you go. Used to have a telescope, but I did not know how to work it, so I sold it. Oh, gotcha. How long till you have to readjust where you're looking? This will continue to follow it through the sky. Eventually, we can tell to trade sides with the pier, which is a good thing to do, which is roughly about an hour and 20, hour 30 minutes away. So cool. Saturn's so far away, even this view is amazing. Yeah, it's stunning. Really beautiful right now. Let me do a little bit more focus again. I forgot that's what I was doing, huh? And we can try to stack it if you guys want to stack it. Try to get a little bit more high def view of Saturn tonight. You guys want to do that? Let's try it. Let's move it over a little more. We'll try to stack it and see if we can get a good view. See how it looks anyways. Stacking's a really cool process. You can see what it's going to do here. Get our big old box out of the way here. Blocking our view. And then, don't need the box. See if I'll kind of clean up any. We're currently 30 images on the stack. And it's just going to put image on top of image on top of image. And it looks for the best images to stack. So it gets rid of some like the noise per se. And eventually, you get what's a really beautiful photo. It's roughly 67 images right here. Try to adjust some of the brightness. Yeah. It's beautiful. Definitely it's beautiful. And we'll go back to raw view. There we go. Ah, that's awesome, Joe. Yeah, the moon's gorgeous. The moon really is gorgeous. I appreciate it, by the way, one. I appreciate you, bro. Him go to bed, and he asked me to ask you about a moon view. Is it possible, like a moon around Saturn, like Titan, for example? How long does it usually take? What was your other question? I must have missed something. How long does what usually take? Must have missed something there. Oh, our moon's not up. We'll probably start viewing the moon in roughly, I would say 3 to 4 days. We'll start to get evening views, and then it'll get out of behind our view, of course. Oh, how long does it get the full resolution? Depends on the night. It was stacking actually really slow. Full resolution takes about like 1,000 to even 30,000 images. Where's Lepidus? Are you talking about Titan? How far away is that? Saturn's roughly about 795 million miles away. Yo, what's up, Red? How's it going? I see you. Yeah, absolutely, Scoots. We'll be doing that, and it'll be earlier in the evening, too. So, yeah, sounds good, Mo. We'll be doing that early in the evening, so we're still going to have blue skies when it occurs, which is really cool because we can actually drop down some of the exposure. We can change out the contrast and gamma, so we'll still get a decent view, but the atmosphere will be really, really noisy at that point, so we don't get the greatest view in the daytime when we're viewing the moon, but we can still see it for sure. And then we'll get to the period where we're seeing a lot more at night, so you get that beautiful contrast. Yo, what's up, Farman? How's it going, dude? How's your night? This is real. It's a live view of Saturn right now from here at Kansas City, Missouri. This is using a Schmidt-Cassegrain telescope. It's from Celestron. It's the C11. It's roughly about 4,000 to 5,000 for the telescope, but the mount I use is the EQ6R Pro mount, and the camera is a SV405cc Deep Space cold tech camera. So it's techie stuff, but these are things that you can do in your backyard as well. Looked at Andromeda Galaxy the other night. Deep Space Sound Navy is phenomenal. Yeah, Deep Space is a lot of fun for sure. It's a lot of fun. I am not set up to do deep space right now. So looking at galaxies and nebulae is not in our option currently. Meet EC is around 200 U's. Nice. Do you think it's worth messing with that size? It depends on what you want to do. Honestly, it depends on what you want to do. Because at $200, if you want to do like planetary type views, then I'd probably say go for like a tabletop Dobsonian. Do you think you might be looking at Andromeda objects and of the like sometime soon tonight? It depends. So the current setup is we're really zoomed in, right? So we'd have to take out the 3 times bar level. We might at some point. We might tonight. Usually when I do that, then everybody will come in because the title says Saturn. They'll be like, "Where's Saturn?" and then I got to trade out everything again just to go back to Saturn. Do you think astronomy clubs would help me collimate my telescope? They will, brother. Dude, they will. Planets usually come in pairs. Venus and Earth are pairs. Jupiter and Saturn are pairs. Here's and Neptune are pairs. No exceptions in Mars and Mercury. I mean, you can almost say even Mars like a triplet, right? So we go Venus, Mars, and Earth. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate that. What got me interested in astronomy initially, I was 8 years old when Dad got the first telescope. Didn't take much. And Saturn, the thing that we're looking at now, is the first thing that I've seen. How far is Andromeda? We measure in light years, and it's roughly about 2.5 million light years away. That's how long it takes the sun to travel to here, or not the sun, sorry, the light to travel from Andromeda here on Earth, which is roughly 2.5 million years ago. It is real. It is real. Yeah, we're looking at a live view of Saturn. How long can you see out of the telescope? Can you show us Jupiter? So it's not about the distance. It's about how bright the object is. The telescope itself is a light bucket. It just receives light, and then you see that light, right? Jupiter just ain't up where we can see it currently. Caught the plants, but I really want to get out of hand tracking. Oh yeah, dude, I got that. I got you. Look at like a 4SC then. Probably look at the 4SC from Celestron. It's a little bit more than 200, but the 4SC is a really good telescope. It's a matte Cassegrain, so it's like an F13. Trying to figure out how to break out my downspouts, dude. Oh my goodness. How far out have you seen galaxies? And honestly, I couldn't tell you the most distant object I've seen. Not off the top of my head, man. Really far out there, though, for sure. Galaxies are way out there. I'll take Astrid. I appreciate it. Love the name, by the way. Astrid, it's a beautiful name. Can you look at Pleiades? Pleiades ain't up yet to where we can view it. So here's the all sky. Let me show you the all sky right above the observatory. That's just the most recent image, and you can see we're looking at Saturn area. Neptune's right next to it, but Pleiades will come up on the left side, the bottom left side of our view. So not up where we can see it currently. Let's see who's moving who's mowing the grass on the moon. Gotcha. Does the camera itself matter a lot? A huge sense. Like this is a deep space camera. This is there's a lot of pixels on here. This one is roughly 4,144 by 2822 resolution. So there's a ton of pixels, obviously. But this is a cold camera, a tech cold camera. So it can actually, what I normally run at is like negative 10 degrees Celsius, which brings down a lot of the hot pixels that we see. Like sometimes you'll see that red dot or the green dot or blue dot from a camera. Those are considered to be hot pixels. Thanks, Scoots. I appreciate you, man. Have a good night, brother. Have a super good night. Let's move it over a little bit more. There we go. Is it possible to have a good tracking setup for less than 500? Ooh, honestly, no. Like one of the cheaper ones, it'd be like the, and I don't recommend this at all, but like the Celestron AVX, and you're still about $1,000 in. Got an older DSLR I want to use for this, but not sure if it will work. It might. You have to look up like a T adapter for your telescope, though. Mike Chiefs fan, I am absolutely. Point is getting pretty crowded these days. James Webb, Kepler, Picasso, yeah. What's your thoughts on the asteroid? Which asteroid? Which asteroid are you speaking of? Plutonian, they say their last stockpile for the Dragonfly probe. Pretty crazy, huh? What is this? Saturn. We're looking at Saturn. Hanging out Saturn currently. The moon is not out. Already set for us. We're probably about 3 to 4 days away before we start streaming the moon again. Still a daytime moon. Saturn, darn, there goes my joke. It happens, huh? They're talking about the yeah, this reminds me of the Apophis. Yeah. What's up, Brandon? How you doing, by the way, man? How's your night? Gotta believe. What do we gotta believe in? Northern Hemisphere every morning at 5 to 6. I get a good look at Orion. Yeah, Orion's been coming up. It just reminds me winter's coming, though. That's what it reminds me is winter's coming. The cold air's coming. It's great for astronomy because we get amazing views in winter. But I'm not the biggest fan for snow. I know there's a dude in here that's name's Pray for Snow, but can you take the 4SE mount and put a different scope on it? You can. It does have a wedge on it. You have to just make sure you get a decent wedge that fits into the wedge holder. The 4SE mount also has a bar so you can make it wedged. Brings it a little bit more towards like a EQ type mount rather than just a fork mount. Could you go deep space? Not right now. Not right now. Glad you guys in Michigan. Any chance of seeing Saturn with the naked eye? I mean, I don't know. I'm not in Michigan. It looks like a star, obviously. When you talk about Saturn, it looks like a star. But, I mean, I give it to you in an 11-inch telescope, though, tonight. That counts. See if I'm pulled over better, though. Hopefully that counts for something. So far, the Northern Hemisphere, does Polaris not move? It does. It takes a long time, obviously. About 14,000 years from now. Now, of course, it's always moving. But roughly about 14,000 years from now, Vega will be our North Star. Yeah, what kind of telescope using? C11. Tonight using C11. You got the Celestron 5SE. You know, those are pretty wild. Like, hardly anybody ever buys a 5SE. 10 years now, I'm humble opinion, it gets the job done. Yeah, absolutely. I think the only problem with the 5SE is they put it on the same mount as they put the 4SE on. If it was on the mount that they put like the 6SE, the 8SE on, then it'd probably be a little better. Rebecca from England, welcome in. How are you? How's your day going? Joe, it's not that simple to take off all the equipment and throw in put on the focal reducer, put the camera back on, get it focused. Then everybody be like, hey, we want to see Saturn, then I got to take all that off, and then I got to put in 3 times Barlow, get it refocused. There's a lot that's involved in changing out equipment to be able to do deep space. It's not that I don't want to do deep space. I enjoy deep space. It's really stunning. It's just, it takes a lot to trade out to do both. We're going to have a good phase for Orion's viewing this year. That is true. It's like 2 or 4% illuminated. This is right at new moon, so it's gonna be really cool. C11 is a bit out of your league. It's a heavy telescope. Like I would not recommend this telescope. It's a good telescope if you don't mind carrying around a lot of weight and setting it up, but it's a heavy telescope. Can we have a deep space night? Yeah, we can do that. We could probably do that pretty quick. Do you look at options before you set up for the night? Not really. Does a 4SE cancel the Earth's rotation? The mount does. It does. But you'll get what's called field of view rotation because of it being a fork mount. So Instead of like following left to right through the RA, it has to do DEC and RA movement together. So you get what's called field rotation when you're taking photographs. We didn't have space science when I was in high school. Just chilling out there, unbothered by the trolls on this stream. Yeah. 6 in the morning there, just getting ready for work. Wow. Dang, I sneezed. I was always thinking about buying a C-Star, but I kind of want to get a full experience. I agree, man. I'm more of the full experience kind of person as well. So, like, for me, it's hard to recommend those smaller telescopes, whether it's a C-Star or even the dwarf products. But the views out of them are absolutely awesome also. Do one of the moons soon, please? Thanks for your time in the stream. Yeah, we will. We'll look at Titan here in just a minute. It's a lot easier probably to actually throw in the other camera. The C Titan. Let me see. How far away is it right now? Let's see. Titan is going to be. See if I can hit it properly here. Got to get a lot of light to capture Titan with the Barlow in. If I can get enough. Can't even see it. Let me go back to Saturn first. Make sure we're properly aligned still. All right, let me connect the dot here, and we'll try to find Titan again. Should be in the view. Yeah, there it is right there. You can barely see it. Can you guys see it or no? It's hardly there. I gotta pull more light probably. Can you see it yet? I don't know if you can or not. I gotta pull a ton more light apparently. It's like a little dot. With the 3 times Barlow, my F ratio right now is about F30. So we hardly get any light to come through. Which is nice for doing like planetary views, but really hard to do like moons around planets. It's just kind of hanging out right there. See the picture? Yeah, there's a little guy. Just a little guy, even though a massive moon, it's hard to kind of see right now. Really hard to see. Put that in perspective of how bright Saturn is. Let me go back to Saturn real quick. Go the right way. I won't touch the brightness. You'll see how bright I have everything turned up. It's quite a bit. It is really bright. If we can find a good brightness. Probably there. Pull back over a little better. Slow down the telescope control. You get this much zoom, man, it gets a little crazy. You're on board to find the galactic supercluster. It has an effects on local nebula. It doesn't have anything to do with Saturn, obviously. The galactic supercluster has its effect on local nebulas. So supercluster and the galactic supercluster really don't have much effect on local nebulas. What time tomorrow? Because I better get to bed. Probably around 10 Central Time or so. Is there a more popular choice when it comes to deep space or planet telescopes? What do you most go to? Yeah, I mean F ratio at the end of the day. So really nice, like a fast Newtonian. Refractors are good for deep space. If you don't mind chromatic aberration. Which not all do. You can get a really expensive refractor and not get too much chromatic aberration. Newtonians give you the star spikes, so it kind of just depends on what you want to do there. Hopefully it's a good enough answer for you, Super Slav. Galactic superclusters don't really have much of an effect on a local nebula. Galactic superclusters are just like a cluster of galaxies. All right. It's starting to finally cool off in here a little bit. I think Rick. Appreciate you, Rick. Colt is back. I'll try to focus a little bit more. Always a click and a focus. Decent focus, or like really close to being as well focused as we'll get tonight. You post football content. That's cool, man. What's your favorite team? Can't say. Nice. Red Kingdom, huh? Chiefs are awesome. They're pretty good this year. Like the first two games obviously weren't great, but hopefully we get back to the Super Bowl. Like the Lions? Ooh, that's a tough one. Hey, what's up, Sacred? How'd you know, bud? There's only one football over there in here. I got you. Yep, Saturn again tonight. Hanging out Saturn again. Really good view of Saturn tonight, though. Beautiful view of Saturn. Let's stack it again. Should we stack it? Let's try. See if we can do any stacking here real quick. 2, 4, 8, 10 images, 15 images. Let it kind of clear itself up here. Let's see what it'll do. 23 images, 27, 29, 32. I don't know, we'll make it to 1,000. We're only at 39, 40. Pretty slow process when you get the 4x or the 3x bar of the win. It's quite the slow process right now. Hmm. 84 images. Yeah, it's quite the slow process. 100. Yeah, that's probably about, like, honestly about the best we'll actually see it tonight as far as like processing goes. Then go back to our raw view, our live view of Saturn. It really didn't look much different, honestly, to me. We're watching from Kansas City, over by Kansas City, Missouri. Very clear tonight. Really beautiful skies tonight. For the next 4 or 5 days, we should be clear, so we should be able to stream every night until it looks like here in Kansas City we'll get some clouds somewhere around like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday area. So up to that point, it looks really clear. Looks like we should be good. My trap if I can only get 1 or 2 images. What am I doing wrong? Ooh, could be focus, could be brightness, could even be at the wrong setting set up. For example, you could be doing like points rather than like the planetary disk. You're from Texas, 12. I got you. Texas is cool. Texas is a cool state. Oh man. What's the amount depend on? The amount of what? May have forgot completely. Yeah, Florida can never get this. With garbage light, yeah. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Mo. It's very beautiful. Saturn is stunning. Really gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. Love from Texas. Thanks, buddy. Glad to have you here tonight. Oh, photos you can stack. Usually I stack about 10,000. We do live stacking. Roughly about 1,000. Where I usually go to. Has there ever been any clips of on Saturn that may have been recorded. What? Turn off the dehumidifier. There we go. So in a sense, Cassini has captured eclipses, but of course not off of Saturn. Is it real? This is a live view. Yep, this is a live view of Saturn right now. It's a bit out of focus, but live view of Saturn through a Kansas City here in, or sorry, a telescope here in Kansas City. Could we moved over a little better in the telescope? Yep, live view of Saturn tonight. I'll try to do a little better focus again. Oh, geez. Go the right way, or is that all wrong? That looked all wrong, didn't it? Go the other way a little more. Try it right there. 1205. Yep, 1205 for me. I don't really know how to give you a shout out, man. Colt wants a shout out. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I honestly don't know how to do a shout out. I can hardly get people to actually subscribe to me. YouTube's kind of a slower growth stage. And obviously I've grown pretty quickly in the last 2.5 weeks, but it's not the quickest to grow over here. Thanks, Tenere. I appreciate it. Thank you. And thanks for jumping in with us, by the way. Hopefully you're having an amazing evening or morning, whichever shall be for you. I had a mosquito flying right next to me. Oh, I got him. That's question. I'll see us. Put on center. Oh, man. Earth Murph got you. Yeah, this is a live view of Saturn right now. Has a live view from here in Kansas City, Missouri through a 11-inch Smith screen telescope. YouTube was tough compared to TikTok or Twitch. Or, yeah. My TikTok was really big. But, like, honestly, I enjoyed over here on the YouTube side. I think it's a lot of fun. I truly am enjoying streaming over here and growing the community for sure. Oh, Tenere, I appreciate it. Honestly, thank you. Glad you're here and glad you're enjoying the view, for sure. Hi, Christine, welcome in. You guys about ready for shooting stars? Gonna have some really cool events coming out. Third stream in 4 nights, I think. I don't have a whole lot of apps yet. I got you. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna be here at least through Monday night before clouds come. So we should be good. We should be good. Little Spoon, thank you. Honestly, thank you. Stoked you came over here. Since I don't have to TikTok, I got you, man. Yeah. TikTok, honestly, TikTok became horrible for a lot of different things. Drama to the platform itself and such. I gotta be careful on what I say because I still have a contract with TikTok. It has a void where nothing happens. Then you explode. Then a throttle and then grow. I got you. I got you. That makes sense. I mean, I'm completely new to YouTube, honestly. When it comes to any kind of content, like I'm still trying to figure it all out. Sup straight away, chill vibes and soothing voice to listen to. But then I got a timeout from the mods. That's so funny. Stargazer's mom, love the name. Welcome in. Give you a like. Good to see you again. I appreciate you, Cal. How's your night going? Ooh, we just lost focus there. Sometimes when you see this happen right here, a little bit of turbulence going through the sky. So like if you're on an airplane flying through, this is that turbulent air that we're kind of looking in currently. Eventually that turbulent air is going to move a little bit further away and we won't see that. It'll kind of clean up its act like it did now. Just a giant planet and awe-inspiring. The vastness of space is incomprehensible. There we go. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I think so, Monty. And South Center dreams around me. That's pretty well. Has to be a member-supported local scope network of astronomy clubs and observatories. So I'm not. I'm in an observatory, but this is all pretty much paid for from all my streaming. Anytime I ever receive gifts, I always put it back into what I do, right? And a lot of my funding also goes back into it. So I'm inside an observatory. It's a roll-off roof observatory. I built it all myself. But yeah, I always throw back in whatever I got from the community. I would put back into our community here on See the Skies. I was playing guitar for a while. Dude, nice. Need ice on my hands now. Oh my goodness. Winter's coming and I'm in Vancouver, Washington, so I'm worried about the big storms are coming. But dude, you're the one that wants snow. You want all that snow. Still looks pretty good, even with a little turbulence, yeah. Learning about eclipses, lunar, solar, as we watch Saturn. Oh, I got you. Okay. Stargazing would be much more interesting if the Earth had no atmosphere. This is true in a sense, because if we didn't have an atmosphere, you wouldn't have the meteors or the shooting stars. Just looking at other planets, gosh, what a time to be alive. We can look at the universe. Dude, ain't that true? And not only that, but we all can come onto something like YouTube, for example, and enjoy the views together. Do you ever do collabs with other astronomers online? I work with some other astronomers, but I don't do collabs online. I'm more kind of like a person that likes to just do things on my own for a huge sense. Zoom out just a little, it might look better. It might look a little bit better. We won't be alive, yeah. That's true too. The atmosphere is important for that aspect. The Discord conversation and some presentation. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Honestly, thank you. Collab with Hank Green. You ever seen anything unusual in the chat? Only in the chat though. Say for you, yeah. I'm more of an introvert, which is really interesting. Some of you guys might find that kind of wild, but I'm actually an introvert. Which, again, it's, I don't know. It's easier for me to have this conversation, I guess, because I feel like I'm just by myself. I don't know. It's just really weird. You have a question? What's up? What's your question? I might have an answer. If I don't have an answer, I'll tell you I don't know. New phase of space exploration. I'm really excited to see it. The Spirit project looks so cool. Yeah. Brian from New Mexico. What's up, buddy? How you doing, Brian? I like doing things alone myself. It's hard to coordinate anything with another person. Yeah. You always feel like you're kind of, you know. Would you broadcast this to a planetarium? I would. I've been on big screens. TikTok threw me on the big screen a few times during their fest, TikTok fest. So I'm used to being on a big screen, but I'm still very introvert. Become extroverted in a sense. I mean, in a sense, yeah, for sure. A really weird Zoom chat. Why is it the moon looks different in Maui versus the north in Canada? So Maui is a lot further south, right? So they're looking at it at a different angle than what we look at it from here in the northern hemisphere. Anybody in the southern hemisphere kind of looks at it like at the opposite angle than what we look at. It's similar. Like if you were standing in front of me and we put like a ball right above us in the center of us, and I look at it, I'm going to look at it from one angle, and you're going to look at it, and you're going to look at it from another angle. If you could share what area is it from? Kansas City. Oh, you're down in Little Rock? Yeah, dude, absolutely. Yeah, you'll see Saturn. If you go out right now, let me show you the all-sky real quick. Let me see if I can pull in the all-sky camera. Okay, so here's the camera that's showing the telescope. Now we got to find the all-sky. Let me go to my website here. All right, so here's my website. This is the all-sky right above the observatory. So due south, let me see if I can get my mouse to show up. Okay, due south, it would be roughly up in here. Is due south, right? This is going to be Fomalhaut. Up in this corner is Fomalhaut. This is the lonely southern star. But Saturn's going to be roughly back here. So like straight above my head's right here, which is roughly going to be the same for you. And then you look to the south-southeast. You'll see Saturn. It's really bright. Looks like a really bright star. Hopefully that kind of helps you a little bit. Here's the Milky Way. If you can make out the, well, of course you won't make out the Milky Way in Little Rock, but you got the Milky Way, and on the opposite side you'll have Saturn. Do you ever think I needed a bigger telescope? Honestly, dude, bigger telescopes, it's okay in the observatory because it's not like I have to pick it up, take it out in the yard, set it up, take it back down, take it inside. So the 11-inch is okay only because I got the observatory. If I didn't have the observatory, would I use the 11-inch much? Probably not. I'd probably use one of either the 8SE, the 4SE, or some of the other Mac Cascadians, or even some of my Newtonians, right? I'd use a different telescope because the 11-inch is just a pain. It's a heavy telescope. When we talk about heavy telescope, obviously I can carry the 11-inch just under 50 pounds. But setting it up on a mount, getting the mount to be calibrated for it, so balancing it out, getting your polar alignment proper, getting your stars set and synced, like it's a heavy telescope. Dude, Austin, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? I'm native from Canada, but I won't ask. Do natives exist out there or no? Yeah, absolutely. Here in the USA, yeah. It's crescent moon. We're rotated. Gotcha. Introvert when I'm out on the road. I'm extrovert when I'm alone, but introvert when I'm out around people. That's funny. AI slap, dude. I'm not a fan of AI at all. Honestly, I'm not. So does the equator change where the moon is placed? It's not. It doesn't change where the moon is placed, but the difference of are you looking to the north or are you looking to the south? Just waiting for the day when a huge meteor explodes in the sky, but it will probably never happen. It might. Clear out there tonight, Spaceman. It is. We got a beautiful night. How's your night going, Ryan? And absolutely, thank you. Honestly, thank you. You ever catch a TMRO live stream in the comments? I do not. Do you see Shooting Stars? We live stream them, and we'll be live streaming some Shooting Star events here on YouTube, which is gonna be a lot of fun. Dad had a 12-inch telescope he built. Oh, from a kit. He didn't like it because it was too bulky in the head, right? Yeah. Bulky telescopes tend to collect dust. They really do. One happened over your city a few years ago. There's like one video of it, yeah. It's so cloudy right now in Pennsylvania. No. AI shining, confident, but stupid. This is true. That is a true statement, man. That is actually a true statement. Nestle, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the subscribe. I appreciate it. Get clear skies in northern Quebec. Nice. Pay attention in the next few days. You're probably going to see some northern lights in the next few days. Are clouds like your arch enemy? Between the clouds and trees, absolutely. Clouds, trees, and people's lights. Definitely my arch enemies. Light bulbs, clouds, and trees. Sun getting mad again? A little bit. Chuck Norris went up there and punched it around a little bit, I guess. Hemisphere current, she is Saturn, rather bright. It is rather bright. OTC, what's up, dude? How you doing? How's your night? How is your night? Staring contest with the sun, he did. October 3rd, not for 15 years, yeah. 2025 nature's healing. Oh, that's so funny. Too funny. Where's our dear Titans? It's pretty far away right now. Titan's actually a distance away from Saturn currently. Just looking at the all sky, looking at the Milky Way right now. Gorgeous view tonight. If you could take control of the James Webb Space Telescope, which you could technically, what's the first thing that you would look at? Probably the a little bit more information about the jumbos over in Orion, the Jupiter-massed planets that are binary planets, I should say, that are rogue. That'd probably be what I'd be interested in more data on. Chuck Norris crashed your wedding. Javier had an event where he was giving away contest prize. That's too funny. He showed it during last week's stream. What was that sticker? Oh, Titan, yeah. I got a 3 times Barlow in, so instead of being F10 like we were at that point, I'm F30 currently. So we're getting hardly any light to come through. It's hard to pick up Titan with a 3 times Barlow. They do look razor thin, don't they? It's what I was kind of even saying this, I guess, even last year. Like, at this point, we're going to look at Saturn and be like, is that really Saturn? And I remember, I can remember looking at Saturn roughly about 14 years ago and remember, like, it's crazy seeing Saturn and you could hardly see the rings. Obviously, this telescope, you can see the rings pretty well. But, yeah, being razor thin like this is just really crazy. Maybe pulled over a little better. Forgot to pay attention, see where we're located with Saturn. There we go. What's up with that object heading to our galaxy? We don't, like another galaxy merging with the galaxy? Or are you trying to talk about 3i? It'll be awesome. Paper crater and build super light boards. It's still on its orbit to our planet. It is. There's a small tilt to its orbit. Thanks, I appreciate you, King. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us too. Rotate the way Uranus does, we would be able to see the full scope of the ring. Yeah, 96-degree tilt is pretty well. 3i is a comet. Can we track it? We will, but it'll be about November before we can. We're still a ways away from being able to be it. Let me show you guys why too. Let me see if I can share my screen real quick here. All right, there we go. So 3i, which is this line right here, this is going to be 3i. Compared to where we're located here, you got Earth, the Sun, and then you got 3i right about here. It's a nighttime object over towards Mars. And then roughly, we need to wait before we'll actually see it as it passes the helium. I can talk, but anyways, we're looking at the end of October, right around the 31st. We start to get that kind of a view in the morning hours. But then once we get into November, though, we'll visually see it a lot more in the morning. But it's this one here that's going to be really bright. See 2025 A6 Lemon. This is going to be a really interesting one. We actually captured that this morning when we were live, and it's super bright. This thing's probably going to get to about magnitude 4.5, which puts it within range of being able to see visually. Really close to being able to see visually. You can already see it with binoculars, though. But I'm excited about that one for sure. See it go around the sun. Look at the approach here. It's going to be southern hemisphere at that point as it goes around the sun. But really, really stunning. Really beautiful for sure. Comments cover the map in the bottom. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have probably said turn off the comments real quick. 274 moons around Saturn. Yeah, that's insane, right? Can you get it on them? We can see about 5 of them. If I took out the Barlow, we'd see about 5. Yeah, those were comets. The comets coming through the solar system for the remaining part of the year, besides those that have been discovered yet. Oh, the diagram. Sorry, guys. That'd be a great way to start November for sure. Yeah, November's going to be pretty wild. It's going to be cosmically wild. It's a matter of chance, yeah. Lemon looks like a lemon. No, it's a really bright blue comet right now. It's really bright. They're going so fast, why does it take so long for us to see things and get to us? Because the universe is massive. Like, we're looking at Saturn right here. Saturn is 795 million miles away. The universe is massive. It's hard to put it into perspective. It's really massive. Is limited interstellar object like 3i? So it's not it's from our solar system. Not an interstellar object. It's from our solar system. 3i is not up where we can see it. It's already set. It sets right after the planet Mars does. Yeah, it's hard to explain how massive the universe actually is. I mean, 3i is really wild. I'll give it that. Like 3i is super wild. It's almost its orbital path going through our solar system is crazy. It's like it's almost in line with the elliptical path that our planets take around the sun. So like it's a really wild interstellar object, obviously. But it does appear to be a comet. How fast Saturn turned? About 10.5 hours, roughly. Make up one day. Who have said like yours actually discover things previously unknown? Yeah. Shoemaker. Shoemaker used a telescope just like this one here. What's all the different things being said about 3i? I don't know. I mean, a lot of people obviously are going to say things to try to get clicks. Basically clickbait. To get people to watch them. They can make money or whatever from it. I'm just going to give you the information that I have, obviously. I'm not interested in grabbing someone's subscription or having someone subscribe to me just because I want to feed them full of crap. I'd rather someone subscribe to me because we can enjoy what we look at and talk about the evidence that we have. Where technology on Mars gets pictures of their... It's already starting. They're already starting to use it. Have I ever seen UAPs? I have not. I live in Kansas City. Like, we don't see much out here. It's not like being out in the West, like Nevada or California even. We don't have a lot of, like, test flights or anything. Did the star beetle guys ever end up going supernova? You'll know if it does. You'll definitely know. It takes about 650 years or so before we'll see the lights from it, but you'll know when it does. Everybody will know. But no, not yet. Not as far as we know, we haven't seen it yet. I appreciate you, Alan. Thank you so much, bud. Crazy thing in the sky with my night vision binoculars. Yeah. Picks up a lot of satellites with night vision. Alright, believes Independence Day is happening in real life because of their... yeah. People get a little wild, man. Like on the TikTok side, that's kind of what's going on right now. They're talking about all kinds of end of day stuff. It's just too much. It's too much. Algorithm is crazy also, yeah. I appreciate it. Pull hugger, I appreciate it, man. Don, what's up? I seen you said hi. Picked out a person to go to Mars? I don't think so. Not that I know of, anyways. What's up, Jupiter? Not up yet. It's still not above the horizon yet. It's going to be coming up here soon, though. But it'll take quite a while before it gets above the tree lines, before we can even view it. But it's not up yet. Aliens won't invade anyway because they know Chuck Norris is there. That's true. Where am I getting? Kansas City. I'm over by Kansas City. Imagine when you're stargazing, something like 1054 supernova happens. I'd go with any supernova nearby, to be honest. The last supernova we really paid attention to was inside the Triangulum Galaxy. And that was a couple years ago, and that's like the closest supernova we've had in like a decade. That's pretty wild, man. I could go for a supernova here in our own galaxy. One that's visible to us, of course. For sure. Jupiter doesn't come up until 1:16 a.m. and it's currently only 12:29 a.m. Joshua from Iowa. What's up, bud? What is really going to happen? Nothing. If Earth was the size of a ball from a ballpoint pen, would the closest star be the distance of the coast to the coastline, excluding the sun? So the closest star to us is roughly about 4.5 light years away, which is proximity Centauri. So you take 4.5, multiply that times the distance for light, right? And then how many miles you get at that point? Let's calculate it real quick. See if we can get it here real quick. So let's go with 5.879 E times 4.5. So about 2.64555 E plus 13 miles away. You want to break that down to the actual long term? Crap. Or no. But in perspective, it's a really, really long distance. So 5.88 trillion miles basically times the distance to the star. It's really hard to put that in perspective. Let's do it. So proximity Centauri is roughly 4.24 times 5 point. Yeah. So roughly 22 trillion miles away. If you want to go in that and start checking it like that, basically. It's really far away. What would happen if it went supernova? Proximity Centauri going supernova would be a problem for us. It's close enough; it'd be a problem. Do not do dash door in light years. Oh crap! You want to do it in light minutes? Be the audio broadcast of a church, the observatory, view on screen planetarium, reading public museum, LVASS and Rittenhouse, Muddy Run Observatory Center. Oh, nice. Heard 2040s I can find life on other planets. I doubt that. We look at signatures, but you're not going to like spot life visually. Stuff would be way too small. Angular resolution is the problem. Everything is so unbelievably massive. That is true. Super, super different when we talk about things. Yeah, proximity Centauri wouldn't in a supernova. But if it did, I think it goes back to the statement. If it had enough mass, then yeah, it would be bad for us. It's close enough, it'd be a problem. I appreciate it, Paul. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the sub. Have a good night, bud. People would show up late just to watch this. Just playing a hot dog stand. Oh my goodness. Red dwarfs would simply slowly fade away. Yeah, that's what red dwarfs would do. But we'll go back to the hypothetical thing. If it did go supernova, it would be a problem for us. You ever worry about a pulsar beam hitting Earth? No, not at all. Everybody's from Canada here. That's funny. What's up, Ghost? How you doing? Of course, Ghost from Canada. Yeah, we need not to do that. That's true. If anything was that close to us and went supernova, it'd be a bad day. That's from Utah. Nice, man. We got Belgium in the house as well. Of course, I'm in the USA. Kansas City. Yep, that's where I'm located. Kansas City area. Ranger Bob in Utah as well. Florida. Jake in Florida. Nice. Israel, nice. There's a lot of Canadians in here. That is true. Apparently Canadians really love YouTube. Aloha from Hawaii. Very beautiful, Sherry. Go super fast like lights in seconds when it wipes the solar system without warning. Yep. LA area swimming in the light pollution. That's funny. I heard nearby supernova wouldn't be a problem if they're not going to be. That's going to be the problem when we start getting into like the gamma X-rays and stuff like that. got Portugal as well. What's up, Tom? It's going to make it focus. Oh, I haven't even been paying attention to focus at all. I mean, it's actually not the worst. We can do a little better though, probably. It's not the worst by any means. It's a bit bright. See if I can get any better. Focus now. What's my favorite planet? Our planet. We have it. We got a really, truly amazing planet. How about World's Observatory telescope? So it looks, what it does, it looks at the atmosphere. Looks for traces in the atmosphere. Right now we're looking at Saturn. Alright, sounds good, Snow. Have a good night, buddy. Or day. Do full moons affect humans' behavior? Like the pressure or something? No. Not from the pressure. Definitely not the gravity or anything, because it don't gain extra gravity, obviously. But what it does do is a secondary effect. It illuminates objects around us, which has an effect, right? So it's like a secondary effect in a huge sense. Is the extra illumination around us can bring a little bit more energy to things outside, of course. So if you're outside, like an animal, animals tend to be affected a lot more from the nightlight than a person inside their house. So there was a lot of studies on that. John Hopkins did a study with a bunch of children, and they found no change whatsoever when it came to the attitudes of children. Is that why crabs lay eggs on full moon? It very likely is from. I don't know a lot about why crabs lay eggs on a full moon. Honestly, don't know. I couldn't speak to it, but I would assume it's because of the extra light they have. I do not. I got a private Discord server which just has all the moderators in it. I used to have a public Discord server and it had like about 1,000 users. It was just too much, man. I always felt like I had to babysit in there. It was just too much. And does this run on AAA batteries or AA batteries? 12 volt. Runs on a 12 volt wall plug, which could also be plugged into like a car. Saturn's rings are amazing. They're razor thin right now too. Let me pull up. I know this is in the chat for y'all, but so on my website, if you guys ever want to do this, want some cool views on the website. Let me pull it up again. Pull it into the view. I know it's in the chat area. Hopefully you guys can see it, but. And so we went past, obviously. So like right about here was the beginning of the, back in March, I think roughly March. And then what happens here is we see some of the south, and then we get into the point where we go back towards the north and you get razor thin again. So this is roughly in November. And then we start to go out. And then of course, if we go from now to 7 years, over the years, this is what we'll see. So in 7 years, we get that amazing view that a lot of people are kind of used to seeing when it comes to the rings. And again, of course, now this is pretty much what it looks like. It's really hard to see this gap though, just because of how bright it is. And you can see different things like how far away it is. So these calculations, I use what's called Space Engine, which does an amazing job of doing calculations. Help you try to find stuff. But it's all on like my website. This is the All Sky. Where you can see a lot of like the Canadian smoke coming through. So all you guys are from Canada, by the way, here's your smoke if you want to come get it. But then you go down like planets, you can click them, like Jupiter, for example. Then you'd be able to like, so I'm using the SCT telescope, and it'll start to show you kind of like the moons. I know you guys can't see it very well on the view. Maybe if I zoom in or something, we get the point. You can start to like make out even where the view of the moons are going to be located at a given point. So Callisto way over there, as always. Ganymede, Io, Europa, and so on. No, just to give you the rest of the data. Yeah. Keep smoking horrible here at times. I know. Yeah, the Canadian wildfire smoke is insane. It has been insane. This year and 2 years ago, 2023, it's really bad too. Ed, I appreciate it, man. Shout out for Io. Yeah, Io's a beautiful man. Love Io. Had a super clear night a few nights ago. Hmm. The website is skieslive.com, SKIES live.com. Get rain to help you. Well, we just had quite a bit of rain. We're going to be clearing up. The question is, will the clouds stay away? Or not the clouds, but the smoke. If it wasn't for the Canadian smoke, then yeah, it'd be so much better. Been recurring since 2022. Down the way. Canada don't tend to put out fires up there. Everything's so difficult up there that they don't tend to put out the fires. And then we get into the issue where we got to take in all the smoke, I guess. So Little Red should be saying, sorry guys, I appreciate you taking all the smoke, making your observations much harder. That's from lightning bolt that we watched. It came down like Zeus is angry. Oh man, the hexagon storm at the pole. Is that explained, or are we still unsure? We're still unsure. We don't actually have the answer to it. It isn't like we don't choose to. I know you don't choose to, you just do it on purpose. You guys do it on purpose. The northern Quebec wildfires is very difficult to put out fire. Yeah, it's super hard to get out there, right? We're waiting for the 3i Atlas to pass by. It's going to pass by the sun. It's not going to really get near us at all. Like, I actually had that diagram up here just a bit ago. Let me go back to it real quick. Here you go. So here's the diagram. Let me go back to, what are we at, 25th? So our current day is right here. We're right here. I know the chat's in the way. If you hold your finger in the middle of the screen and then a pop-up will come up and then turn off the chat, you'll be able to see this a little better. But you'll see our location compared to where the sun is, and then 3i is way over here. And then over the month, so October roughly, about October 31st, let me kind of come back just a bit here. Roughly about October 31st, we'll start to see it in the morning hours, right next to where Jupiter's going to be. And then, of course, as we move into November, obviously, we get a much better line of sight in the morning when it comes to 3i Atlas. And then you just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Let me just push play. Then you kind of watch it. Here's Earth, obviously, and there's 3i Atlas. I'll push play. You can see. We'll go around. Then it's going to be more of like a really later in the night object, roughly midnight object at that point. It's just on its way outwards. It'll pass next to Jupiter. Jupiter will be in front of it. Then, of course, Saturn ain't going to be near it at all. Go back up a little bit. See, Saturn's nowhere near. Then it goes out, gets past Uranus and then Neptune. Nope. Ain't no problem. Ain't nothing but a thing. How much would you need to spend to get views like this? Honestly, yeah, you can get views like this even with the 8 SE, which is about $1,600. This 11 SE, or the C11, sorry. But you can get views like this, the 8 SE, if you really wanted to. All of it put together is pretty expensive, though. Everyone's saying this might be a chip. No, just people want clicks. That's clickbait, man. Clickbait's just wild. Obviously, they want you to click it. They make money, stuff like that. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. That's right. Can it happen in March? Yeah. We're going to get a lunar eclipse here in the United States. In North America, actually. On March 3rd of next year. So we'll get to see the blood moon. Saturn definitely is the coolest planet in our solar system. Really? Followed by Jupiter. See, I would say Jupiter. I would go with Jupiter when it comes to like observations of planets, like Jupiter, then Venus, and then probably Saturn is like my. But I mean, obviously that's subjective, right? Just what I prefer to view. I'm gonna move Saturn over just a bit here. There we go. Like to have a summer that wasn't heck on Earth. Lungs are sore. Quit making all those fires up there. I appreciate it. Ed, thank you so much, bud. Honestly, thank you. Glad you're enjoying the views and glad you're enjoying the conversation. Make sure I didn't miss anything up here. The wildfires occur mostly in swampy forests that are extremely difficult to access, yeah. Oh, he's burning in California too? Yep. And shaking. Yeah, you guys get a lot of that earthquakes out there, huh? I think I got everything else up there. Being caused by people who are careless here. Yeah. That and storms, obviously. Lightning. Dry lightning is the worst. And people. California has a lot more of issues of, well, not just California, I shouldn't say just California, but even Denver area. So got Colorado westward, so even Utah, Washington, Oregon. Washington's had a lot of fires this year too. Got to see a lot more tornadoes this year. You guys did. You actually seen quite a bit more tornadoes this year. It didn't help with the smoke. I wish the tornadoes would remove the smoke, but you guys didn't let it do that. Yo, 218 likes, y'all. Thank you so much, by the way. Thank you so much for liking the video. Ah, man, I appreciate you, Rob. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And JT, thank you. Lots of fire issues there in California. Yeah. I got a buddy that lives in the Central Valley of California. Really good friend of mine. It's kind of scary seeing ash come from the sky. Last year we had a day where there was a lot of ash in the atmosphere here. Walked out, had like a flashlight and just kind of pointed out, and you could just see it everywhere, the particles. Super nasty. Super, super nasty. Here in Lake County, the fires up there go nuts. Wish you guys would just keep your smoke. Anthony, I appreciate it, man. Thanks, Tony. I'll say thank you, bud. I shared the photo of Saturn and everyone loved it. Ah, told about this live and a few people wanted to come see. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Honestly, thank you. Honestly, thank you for that. Does it look better like that when it's dimmer, but obviously it's harder to see? What's the odds, huh? Let's see if we can get a little bit brighter and actually look decent somehow. First thing first, always focus. Focus on focusing. Had a ton of fog now for months, but the rain is helping. Ooh. What area are you in, Cherry? We had a lot of fog here last night. I think the Big Space Channel that tries to promote their smaller channels. I recommend you if I get the chance. Oh, it's all good. I wouldn't worry about it. I really wouldn't worry about it. We'll grow naturally. I was pretty big on another platform. Over 500,000 viewers, so, or over 500,000 followers. I'm not worried about it. We'll grow over here too. It just takes time on this side, it appears, but it's still cool. Do you have a link to your credit to credit your YouTube? For the phone? Don't even worry about it, honestly. Like here's my thinking is that what I'm seeing right now is not mine. It's not yours. It's all of ours. So like if you want to grab screenshots now and share them, like it's yours as well. It's not mine. We gotta focus. Yeah, we gotta focus. I definitely see it out of focus right now. Let's see if we can get a better focus. I think we're in turbulent air right now. Looks like we're in turbulent air. Let's see if I can adjust it a bit here. Maybe. You guys see it okay? It's like really grainy. F30 is not awesome at all. You're doing F30 on a telescope, you're losing a lot of light. It's really good for taking photographs though. Is it presented? Yeah, it's all of ours, yeah, absolutely. Can you share your Google Drive folder? I don't have a Google Drive folder where I store stuff, but I do, like a lot of my photos are on my website. You can download the original definition on. with no watermark or anything. If you go to skyslive.com and hit the telescope gallery, and then you can grab some of the photos. I just started this website this year in July, so there's not a ton, but you'll still have some on there you can download. But oh, okay, I got you. A Luna. I got it. Have you ever had the planets align and have photos on it? Don't think so. We've had planets that get close to each other. I think the last one I got was Saturn and Neptune were fairly close. But like, you really couldn't make them out. There was a white dot and there was a blue dot. Yeah, rings are edge on, man. Yeah, no, that's a live view right now. We're watching it live currently. Where's your astronomy club allegiance? I'm not in an astronomy club. I'm part of a few organizations, including like the Planetary Society, but I'm not in the astronomy club. Oh, you met him once? Dude, that's awesome. I know who he is, obviously. I don't know him. I make logos and backgrounds for YouTube, etc. I do it for free for a few channels now. Just love it. So why not? Dude, that's awesome, man. I try to continue to focus here. We're still out of focus. Focus. Oh, that's way out of focus now. Not bad. It's a little out of focus. Is there any recording of the eclipse on Mars? Oof. I think online there are. Fake? Okay, cool story. Your local city astronomy club? Where though? I'm not a member of a astronomy club, but I used to be a member of the Kansas City Astronomy Club, but I left it. I think astronomy clubs get kind of, not political like in like the government political, but they get kind of political in a sense. Are you able to stack photos? We can. He spoke at the college like 10 to 15 years ago, and I spoke with him for a moment. I was only like 11. Oh, that's super cool. That's really cool. Yeah, we'll try to stack it real quick, though. We'll see what happens here. Let's see what it does. It's going to take it a minute. This is 15 images. Get rid of all that noise. Let's start stacking. See how it looks. Eclipse Mars can be seen on the rover photos. Yeah. Build it on a budget. What's up, man? How's it going? How's your night? Hey, what's up, Mike? Struggling with the definition of astronomy. What is retrograde motion? So retrograde motion is whenever something appears to go backwards, right? And not just only appearance, but also does. So we'll take Venus. Venus itself rotates in a retrograde rotation. So its rotation is different than what we have, where we're counterclockwise is clockwise. So that's a retrograde rotation. But when we talk about retrograde motion and we talk about something like planetary views per se, take Neptune or something like that, it's where we are orbiting around the sun, but because of how fast we orbit compared to other objects, or how fast other objects orbit compared to us, things appear to go backwards rather than forward. Which it doesn't mean they're actually going backwards, they're going in the right direction. It's just the location we are in the orbital plane. How long have I been doing this? Since I was 8. I've been into astronomy since I was 8. Alright, does it look half decent? Let's try to clean it up any. Yeah, it almost looks like it does raw right now. Like, trying to get a perfect image right now has been tough. It's actually kind of tough to do. Let's go back to our raw view. You're welcome. Didn't realize there was a thing. How much would it cost to start looking at space? Do binoculars. Grab a pair of binoculars. Like, the best way to start into astronomy, honestly, is binoculars. Do you need anything 3D printed? I got three 3D printers, but I appreciate it, dude. Honestly, thank you. 3D printers are amazing. People that do 3D printing for others are it's a very kind gesture, obviously. A good business model, even. I do. I appreciate it. I do got 3 of them, though. I'm always having to 3D print stuff, like mounts and brackets and stuff like that. Oh, thanks, Mike. Appreciate that, man. I'll say thank you. I appreciate it. It'd help if I probably pay attention to focusing on it, making sure we get a better view, obviously. New Saturn 3D printed. Ooh, 3D printed with like a LED in it. I appreciate you though, man. Honestly, thank you. Saturn 3D printed with LEDs in it would be a lot of fun. Use like a Node MCU, so it has like a Wi-Fi control to it. Node MCU with like a WS2811, or sorry, 2812. So it's 5 volt. That'd be really cool. How expensive is the telescope that can see the rings like this? Honestly, you can see the rings, not like this, but you can see the rings with a good pair of binoculars if you get them stable enough. But if even the cheapest of the telescopes can see the rings. Now, to see the rings like this, you're probably looking at least $1,000, right around in there. Unless you get like a good tabletop Dobsonian. They tend to do pretty well planetary views. Tabletop Dobsonians are basically Newtonian type telescopes. But the mounts make it a lot easier to actually maneuver them. Yeah, I think it'd be really cool. Saturn with some LEDs in it. Why is it wobbling the atmosphere? Sometimes we get into the like areas of the atmosphere where there's a little bit of turbulence. So like if you're flying in an airplane, you get that turbulence. Same thing we see here sometimes. A lot easier, like if you want to visualize, if you think like a barbecue grill, when you see that the waves coming up, all that heat and the moisture being lifted, that's basically turbulence, what we're seeing currently. It causes different effects. So you get that kind of wobbly effect, and then you get the if the atmosphere has a lot of moisture in it, especially a lot of moisture, then we'll start to see the light get diffracted a little bit, which like bends. Almost like if you were like shining a light through water and you see that bending effect. Sometimes you see that through the atmosphere. What about seeing the spot on Jupiter? Is that possible with the setup? Oh yeah, Jupiter looks amazing with the setup. Gold beans do love them, man. Does this record through a telescope? It is. Yep, that's a live view right now through the telescope. We're using an 11-inch telescope. Let's see if I can bring it back in here. You want to see the view of the telescope real quick? Let me get our website off there. Alright, so here's the telescope here. Let me move us over a little better. This is a telescope that we're currently using. I'm not focused on the telescope, I'm actually focused on stars. So it's kind of hard to see it, but here's the, this would be the telescope that we're actually using. Oh, if I can turn it right. And you can see like the red area right here on the right side where the camera is, that's the focuser, automatic focuser. And of course the camera's that darker object coming out, it's going to be the 3 times Barlow where the camera's located. There's another telescope on the side there, the white one. That's going to be a 70mm telescope. And of course, we'll look up towards the sky here. Kind of where we're looking. See if I can get Saturn in the view. It's kind of high right now. Move over just a bit. And Saturn's that really bright dot up there. I don't know if you can see it, especially when we move this camera a little bit. Yep. A really beautiful sky tonight. A lot of stars shining. Kind of a stunning view. The smoke's definitely coming in though. Definitely a lot of smoke starting to come through. Kind of see some of the smoke here on the all sky camera. Like this is the Milky Way right here. And then you can see some of the other areas where like a really light thin smoke's coming through. And you can see where the telescope's pointing towards Saturn, Neptune area. Not currently. Whoa! Zoomed too far out. Yep. Go back Saturn here. Atlas, what thing Atlas? So Atlas is not viewable currently. The thing coming towards Earth is fake news. There's nothing coming towards Earth. Now 3I is real. 3I is an interstellar object that's flying through, but it's not coming towards our planet though. That's like also, yeah, the, which one? This camera? Yeah. This is my camera right here. That's my, it's basically the, mirrorless camera. So this is the Canon M50 Mark II with a 35mm fast lens on it, so we can see really nice out there. And then, of course, Saturn's live. And then my website, this updates roughly every 10 seconds. My website does with the all-sky camera. Everything here, yeah, looking at live. Unless you look at some of the gallery stuff or like the star trails and last night's video and whatnot. No, it's not coming towards Earth. Chat blocks that. How do I fix it from that? So if you hold your finger in the middle of the screen, you can click, you go down, says like live chat. You can click it and disable the live chat. Move Saturn up again. There we go. Felt my bicycle a few months ago looking at Jupiter. Bro. That's too funny, man. I'd fall off a bike for Jupiter. There's the conversation right there. Make sure I got the rest of the comments up here. You guys are too funny. Oh my goodness. Make sure I got all the comments. Is it better to do this during the cold temperatures? It is during the warm temperatures. It is. It actually is. The atmosphere is much calmer. 5 years ago, I got a good deal at Costco for a Celestron Astromaster 130 EQ. Tire's the best thing to look at. Dude, amazing. Love it. Celestron has really good optics. Really good optics. Imagine driving 88 mile per hour into the ring. Doesn't sound safe. No, we're looking at Saturn currently. Can you view the ISS space station with the telescope? We can, if it were to fly over. If it were to fly over, we'd be able to. Can you, I must have missed something. Can we what? I must have missed something there. The ISS. Is that what you're asking or no? Too many conversations went on there. You guys are bad about skipping different conversations super fast. That would make the perfect shape for a fruit snack. Ah, we gotta focus. Focus. Do a little better focus, hopefully. It's really wobbly. Yeah, it's still really wobbly. I'll find where we need to be. It's getting better, I think. Is it better? Maybe-ish. No? Not really? Go a little further. Oh, we're going the wrong way for sure. Let's go back the other way. Maybe another nudge? I'm gonna hold here and see if it settles. Could just be the atmosphere for sure. Jupiter's not up yet. It don't come up until after roughly, was it 1:15 or so? My time it's only about 1:03, but then we have to wait for it to come up over the tree lines and stuff. Our moon rotates exactly the same rate as it orbits. That is true. Actually, the term for that is synchronization rotation, but its orbit being pointed towards us is the part that makes it tightly locked. What's one of the weirdest questions you've ever gotten besides this one? Oh man, the one right above you. Weird question, but how long in the past can you view Saturn on Earth? So right now we're looking roughly about 71 minutes, roughly. I didn't even have to answer that for you, D-Bids. Colton just put it out there. He said weird question. Really wasn't a weird question, but honestly, weird questions tend to be the shape of the Earth. Like, I always find that to be really weird that question actually comes up, especially in astronomy live, because obviously they know what my answer is going to be. So I find it really weird. Like, why would you go somewhere and distract? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if there's a restaurant, you don't go in there and ask them weird stuff. Like, same thing. Just a really weird question to me. Really, really weird. All right, Red. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Wallace and Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. What's your favorite deep space phenomenon? Definitely would have to go towards, mm, definitely have to be, dang man, now you really got me. Like I like ionization for the most part, so I don't know. I'll definitely have to go with supernovas. Kansas City. Alexis, I'm over in Kansas City. Keep sharing your art. Dude, I appreciate it, Red. Honestly, thank you. And the question was fine. Yeah, it definitely wasn't a weird question, bro. That was a fine question. Yeah, I like nebulas. I think nebulas are stunning. Whether it's even a planetary nebula, so even I guess even nova rather than supernova. But ionization, I think, is one of the most fascinating things, just because of how beautiful they are. Yo, Jay, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, brother. This is solar system picture. Earth is flat map. Well, this is all right. Yeah. We got Detroit. All right, Mike in Detroit. Very nice. Here are planets in the sky tonight. We're not too far from Neptune. Neptune's really close to us. Supernova is a star that implodes. Supernovas are when a star implodes in on itself. Is your telescope able to view the sun? Do you need a special filter for that? Yes and yes, both. Crab Nebula is really beautiful. It's really gorgeous. Have to go, yeah. Have you, can we see, please see Andromeda? Not with the current setup. The current setup makes it really hard to observe stuff like Andromeda. Guatemala City. Hola, ¿cómo está? Buenas noches. Yeah, you want to at least use like a white light filter. So a white light filter knocks out about 99.999999999% of the sunlight. That'd basically be the white light filter, so you'd be able to see the like the sunspots, for example. And then if you get like a calcium K, then you'll get to see a little bit more detail. So you'll start to see like solar flares. And then if you want to see the filaments or stuff on the sun, then you'd probably want to go into like the hydrogen alpha side. What country am I in? USA, near Kansas City. Oh, that's awesome. Shout out from the rooftops. Gotta post on the channel about Andromeda. Andromeda is really cool. Buenas noches, güey. ¿Cómo está? That's Saturn. Right now we're hanging out Saturn. Well, they were talking about how back in the, maybe the 80s, they were picking up pulsars, the radio waves, maybe. Way out there. So yeah, pulsars are pretty wild. We can't observe the pulsars. They're super, super fast. But the crazy thing is they're really, really, really crazy bright. Like crazy bright. Ah, the pictures from the observatory in Chile are sick. They are. You see the camera, the size of the camera they use? It is insane. The camera that they use on that telescope is like the size of a car. It is crazy. The background music called Ocean Tapping. Yep, beautiful Saturn. All gas giants do have rings. That is true. Only Saturn's we can view. Bad Habit, what's up? How's it going? Good evening. Ridiculous how big it is. Yeah, dude. The camera is insane. Is there any color? There is. It's kind of hard to make out color when you're running a live video like this, right? Unless you start stacking and stuff, then you start to get some of your coloring, but otherwise it's just kind of like a tannish brownish color though. And plus right now I'm running at 8-bit rather than 16-bit. So if we went to 16-bit, we would pick up a lot more data, so we can start to see a little bit more details. If I'm running 8-bit, it just runs smoother. Of course, we could change out colors as well. Like if you want to throw extra colors in there, we could throw a little bit of extra coloring in it. And it just, whatever, right? Gets all funky in a huge sense. So you can adjust the white balance, the red, the green, the blue channels. Right now I'm using C11 telescope. Do you see more than with your eye? Oh, yes. Like when you look into an IPCC, hola. ¿Cómo está, amiga? When you look into the eyepiece on the telescope, it's so stunning. Like the amount of definition you get compared to even what a camera picks up is insane. It's truly insane. It's crazy. Bien, buenas. Bueno. Do you have a dew shield? I do. I got a dew shield and a dew heater on right now. Gotta get some hardware, man. That'd be cool. Blue filter is pretty, yeah. I like blue, obviously, so I'm all about, like, the blue is really gorgeous. Orange kind of brings out some more of the detail, in a sense. You can start to make out more of the, let's see if we can make it right about here. You start to make out some more of the details when you use, like, an orange color. Blue, obviously, don't do anything. It's just blue. But I like blue. Blue's my favorite color. It's honestly my favorite color. Which telescope do you recommend for beginners to use? Probably binoculars, to be honest. But maybe look at like a tabletop Dobsonian. Wouldn't be a bad idea. So knowing they always say that the stars are going to be supernovas, soon, yeah. And there's like a countdown on it, 30 seconds. Green's blue like a teal, yeah. 3i, I can't see 3i. It's not where we can observe it yet. Yeah, no, I got you, Logan. 100%. Those are so annoying. Anything clickbait, man, kind of drives me a little bit. Like, I'm not here to say, hey, like, I want you guys to subscribe to me because I want to be big. I'm here, and I hope we build a community. I hope that y'all feel welcome to come in here, and that you at least enjoy the views. You may not agree with what I say. Obviously, I'm not going to get into politics or religion. I think those are things that people need to hold amongst themselves a little bit more. But I definitely think that I hope that we build this community as a place where you feel like it's worth being here. Tiny bit more orange filter might help out a bit. Yeah, I could actually throw a filter into the telescope to help out tremendously too. It's just harder to bounce from something like Saturn to Neptune with the filter on it. Tiny bit more orange. Yeah. But it's okay. I mean, this is what we observe right now, so we could put in filters to get a much better view. We could sit here and stack and get like the high definition view for sure. But I don't know, there's something about just that raw live view of a planet that just is absolutely amazing. We can see Neptune. We got to wait for just a bit because they are just passing the east side of the sky into the west side of the sky right now. So if we even try to go to Neptune, we got to swap to the other side of the sky, try to find it again. It gets kind of a little wild. 4 foot long, 10-inch Dobsonian. I should be outside too. Yeah, absolutely, man. I would like to get a hold of an 18-inch Dobsonian, but I want to go to mount. Slap a filter in, homie. Oh man, just so much, man. When you're live, because a lot of people don't have that, don't like to sit still, right? And hang out long enough to put in a filter, refocus, get everything back in order. I appreciate it. Thanks, Mike. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it, Drew. Honestly, thank you too. Make sure I got everything up here too. Looks like I did. Okay. Sometimes I lose track of the comments. Now I have to go back up. I was using a telescope for the first time, and a meteor flew right past this range of view. Oh, dude, that's luck. Bro, that's luck. Thank you, bud. I appreciate it. Honestly, thank you. Yeah, it's real luck trying to capture a meteor in the field of view of a telescope. That's true luck. Where you are, can you see Andromeda with your eye currently? I can. This is a Bortle 2.7, so I'm in a dark sky area. Convert to a go-to mount, one thing at a time. Stock eyepiece isn't really impressive with me. Yeah, I got you. Look for like the SV Bonnies. I can't remember what their number is, but it's like the zoomable 7 to 21 millimeter. And it's not that badly priced, like around $40 or so. Really good eyepiece. And then get it 2 times Barlow. Try filter sometime before Neptune comes up. Gives you time to tip the filter out before Tune rides out of 20 degrees. So, yeah. So I can't see anything when it's under 20 degrees already, just because of how the observatory works. Bortle 2.7, which is dark sky. It's the amount of light pollution that we have. But I was so confused. It was brighter than the stars. I tried to look out through it. I got you. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's really good luck. That's crazy luck. Get this for days, man. Wait, you'll see. I tend to stream all the time. You're gonna find that out. Between this, work, 7-year-old son, the lady here, I keep myself busy. I don't like watch TV or anything, right? So I got a lot more free time on my hand. The light pollution amount, you can go to different websites and grab it. Even you can look at something like astrophysics. You can download astrophysics, it'll help you out. The observatory generates 20 terabytes of data nightly. Yeah, and dude, insane, right? You're at an observatory. Yeah, this is my backyard observatory. It's roughly 8 foot by 16 foot. There's 8 foot by 8 foot dedicated for the telescopes. It's a roll-off roof observatory, so the roof itself actually rolls off. And then the area where I'm sitting now is a control room where all the computers are, the air conditioning, the heating. No mosquitoes. Every now and then I get a mosquito in here, but it's not too bad. It's the best place in the Middle East for space observation because of the good geographical location. That's amazing. I love that. I can't see 3i Atlas right now. I know he can't read English though. Taking me by question. Yeah, roof. There we go. The roof. Yeah. But it's nice though. It works out really well. That's comfortable. I can sit in here and play games whenever I get bored, or it's nice to have like the steering wheel, joysticks, all that kind of stuff in here too. I was a kid and seen Jupiter through the telescope for the first time. Blew my mind. Got to see the Galilean moons. That's crazy cool. Really beautiful, huh? Yeah, it's super nice. I can actually throw on some cameras if you guys want to see. So let me get that one, and you'll see where I'm at as well. There we go. So I'm in here hanging out. You can see I got a few telescopes in here. 3D printer. There's not much. And then let me see if I can grab the camera. There we go. Air conditioning and heating basically sets there. And then it's kind of like that. And then obviously you guys, the view you guys see, this is the way that we move the telescope. So like you select your target. When I was saying just a minute ago, Neptune is on, Neptune and Saturn just swapped over to the other side of the sky. So you can see here, east side of the sky, west side of the sky, Neptune. Oh, I don't know if you guys see it. Neptune and Saturn are just now moving over. Then of course the live chat over here as well, and the live, and then right here, that door walks me out to where the telescope is. So the telescope's basically like right here, right on the back where I'm at. Right back where I'm at. And then, of course, this room. This room here where we hang out. In Nevada, really out there, Parsons, stop the dirt. What? Ridiculous dark. When I looked at the sky, it actually started to crap. Dude, that's funny, man. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, that's a really nice setup. All this is from the viewers' gifts and from gifting and everything from we live stream. I always put everything I receive back into what we do, from everything. So we got the telescopes, and I got 16 telescopes in total now. We got 16 telescopes. But everything here's a mosquito right here flying by my face. Everything, basically, anytime I get gifts or tips or anything like that, I always put it right back into what we do. Same meteor. That definitely was very possible, man. Very possible. See if we can get back over here. Yeah, a lot of different things for sure. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit because we're running low on frame rates for some reason. We're going to zoom in a little bit more. It's going to be kind of wild zooming in like this. We're really going to be zoomed on Saturn, but let's see how she looks. The camera will move a lot more consistent. Yeah, there we go. Now we're running like 15 frames per second. I got a telescope problem. A lot of these come from even companies wanting me to do sponsorship with them. There's a lot that I ordered, like the one we're using right now. I bought the 8-inch, I bought the 4-inch, I bought pretty much every other thing was sent over though. How do you even use a telescope like this? So this is on a tracking mount, the one that we're using now. Let me put it on our view again. This one is on a tracking mount. Let me pull this down. That's an 11-inch telescope here, and like it's massive. I don't know the best way to like even say how massive this telescope is. It's just massive. This telescope's massive. And then there's the white object. Let me see if we can get down a little further. So the white object is the mount itself, and it's computerized, so it's a go-to type mount. It'll track the object through the right ascension of the sky as it continues to orbit. How do you tell? Yeah, and then it's all just connected to my computer. What's your favorite eyepiece? Ooh, probably the, honestly, the SV Bonnie zoomable, to be honest. Yeah, it's quite a bit of money, but it's worth it though, right? Like it's definitely worth it because it gives us this view. We get these really beautiful views that we get, so it was definitely worth the investment. Here's basically what it looks like inside here, the observatory. And it's all built by me. I was able to build the observatory. There's a light over here, so it just gets way too bright, obviously. But up here somewhere is the all-sky camera. So every now and then when I show the all-sky camera, it's up in this corner, right above where this area is. So this is where the roof itself slides underneath and gets protected by rain at that point. Yeah, not much of. Got 7 telescopes at home. Nice. That's all. You got the C11, dude. That's awesome. It's a good telescope, honestly. Really nice telescope. Here's Pleiades coming up above the trees right there. I see Pleiades. Yeah, Pleiades coming up. Yeah, the roof slides open. It uses basically rollers. See if we can kind of get perspective of it. So like U-shaped wheels per se, or rollers. And nah, you really can't see it. Oh, it's too far. Right about here. So right here, let me see if I can actually show you a little bit. Put on the other microphone. Let me turn off the microphone outside. Okay, can you hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. You can still hear me, right? Okay. So, got my headset on. See if this works. Throw the door. Okay. So I'm right here. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. Basically this. Click a button. And then it just pulls the winch, the electric winch, which slides the roof off. There's a metal EMT pipes that run down the wall. There's the U-shaped wheels that just run on both sides. And what I'm saying about the telescope, of course, I don't know if I can point it correctly. But it's a massive telescope. Really put in perspective. It's a really big telescope. Okay. You guys were able to hear me okay, right? You guys were able to hear me okay? Okay, good deal. All right, cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's basically how it works, though. It's really nice because I used to carry the telescopes out in the yard, and obviously that was not fun. You take even in the 8-inch telescope out at night, and then by the time I'm done doing the live stream, my live streams can go long, 7, 8, 9 hours, and then have to pack up and take it inside in the morning. Sucked. It was the worst thing. So 2 years ago, in July, I built that part of the observatory, and then this past year in July, I built this part of the observatory. So I actually sat out there by the telescope when I was live, which was a lot of fun. But then winter came. And then summer came, so winter obviously is super cold. And I used space blankets basically around the desk, and then had like a space heater, which helped. I have heated jacket, heated gloves. That really helped. That helped a lot. But then summer came, and yeah, then the mosquitoes came, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna build a room so I can get away from all that stuff, so we're a little bit more out of the environment. And plus, like, to stream the sun, it's really hard to do if you're sitting in there. Like, I can't even see the monitors, right? I've had my keyboards actually melt inside the observatory, my mouse melt. It gets pretty wild. It does get really wild. Yeah, if you touch the whole thing wobbles, yeah. Yeah, we're so zoomed in that even me going by it and just like even blowing wind on it would like throw my hand past it without touching it, it would move it. You'll see it shake. There we go. Shouted out from the rooftops, throwing out facts. Appreciate it, man. Telescope work better when it's cold. It does. Honestly, it's not the telescope, it's the atmosphere though. The atmosphere is a lot more stable when it's colder out. A lot less turbulence. I want to try to focus a little bit better here. It's actually a really beautiful view right now. You really can't beat it for a raw view. Let me get that out of the way. See it better. It's actually a really gorgeous view. I would come up with a repellent candle vest. Yeah, it just doesn't work, man. Out here in the middle of nowhere, and so you have to have lights, right? So the only thing of lights on is inside the observatory. You just attract everything. Coming to me, yeah, a lot of fun, huh? I thought you were going to bed, Karen. You missed the frogs, yeah. Yeah. Your garden disaster, mine is too right now. Very majestic looking right now. Yeah, fan makes a wobble. Even like when I sit out there, and I'd like use a heater, then even the heat would come up and cause some distortion. It's so much. It's better that I'm inside this room now, for sure. I'm 190, I got you. We got Cece in here as well tonight. Cece finally made it. Yeah, it looks really good right now, though. I don't think we can beat this view for a live view. It's coming in really good. Yay! We'll move us over just a bit. There we go. Check it for a second. Which part did? Does solid have a solid center, like a core? It's maybe not. We honestly don't have the answer to it. It may be like an area where there's a lot of like ice, some rock, some nickel, some iron, and it could be dense but not solid, or it could be solid. We just don't know the answers. We don't have the answers to it. A lot easier to discover that when you have like a terrestrial planet and you get like quakes or some kind of vibration go through from like meteor impacts, because then you can measure that kind of stuff. You can see what kind of signal you get back, where in this case we don't. So when you guys see a lot of people talk about the moon ringing like a bell, it didn't ring like a bell. It wasn't heard, right? So we've seen it visually. And what it showed, though, the whole point of that was hitting the moon with the lander booster, just to be able to see what's at its core. And that's the idea of it, or not just what at its core, but what is the moon made of. After the field of view due to the cyan blue, there you go, a magnesium meteor. Very nice. All right, Mike, I appreciate you, man. Have an amazing night, dude. Thanks for hanging out. What happens when you put your heavy boots? It gets all super metallic sideways. Oh, man. The moons of Saturn are so interesting. That's true. Saturn is a gas giant. It is. And it has 274 moons. It is the moon king. 274 and counting. So we pulled over. Future gas station for the Raptor. BE4. Oh, my goodness. Getting a little wild for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you, man. All right, Jer, sounds good, brother. Have an amazing night, dude. We'll see you tomorrow. Talk about Saturns and moons. Which time? I think we were talking about the core, and then someone mentioned the moon. I don't even know where we were. Gives me perspective for my amateur adventures with my one much lesser scope. Thank you. I'm so glad the algorithm gave me. Dude, I appreciate you being here, man. I appreciate the subscription. No, we'll see you soon. I'll be on probably the next 4 or 5 nights. I'll be here. Gonna take a quick peek at your moon video. Alright, sounds good. Sounds good, dude. Let's see a potential eclipse of the moon's on here. I gotcha. How you caption this? C11 telescope. Big old 11-inch Smith catch screen telescope. Claudius is said to have much more water than Earth's ocean. Yeah, it does. That's wild, ain't it? Dude, Rob, I appreciate you. Honestly, thank you guys for being here with me. It's always amazing for me to get to see these type of views, but it's even more amazing knowing that you guys are able to come in here, view it, not have to pay anything, and just enjoy these type of views. When do I sleep? I get a few hours. Luckily, my work schedule is when I want to work, so that's really nice. And then my son goes to school, so I get a little bit of sleep, like in the morning to afternoon hours. See that 11-inch and that moonshot, yeah. Chipotle or Panda Express and why? Nah, it has nothing to do with this. Entry-level telescope, probably like a tabletop Dobsonian. Like one of the first recommendations I always give is a pair of binoculars because a lot of people already have them. And they're super cheap, right? And it's a really good way to start learning the sky. But if you're ready to jump into a telescope, and it depends on what you do. Since we're viewing Saturn, I'm going to go with observations. So I would say something like a tabletop Dobsonian. If you got a little bit more money, then probably like the Celestron 4SE. It's probably about the area that I would definitely go for. Beyond that, if you got a little bit more money, or you can even find it used one, like maybe the 8SE. Ah, dude, you're welcome. Absolutely welcome. The 8SE is a wonderful telescope too. It's probably like this is the C11 that's in our view right now. It's what we're currently using. Let me see if I do. So the telescope that we see here, which is just on the other side of the wall from me, and then this is get the right hand. This is the 8SE, kind of like the baby to this. And when I say the baby, like it seems like a baby. And then from there, I set the 4SE, which is one of these. Basically, this would be the 4SE, which even is more of a baby, right? So this is the 4SE. It's an F13 from Celestron. Since I ain't got to type it, I don't know if I can get it in the view or not. The Celestron 4SE. Compare that to like the 8SE. The 8SE is quite a bit bigger. So it's a baby to the 8SE. The 8SE is a baby to the 11-inch. But the 8SE is a really good telescope. It gets really good views. Really, really good views. From there, also, SV Bonnie also has like a 4-inch matte cast screen, which is just like the 4SE, but you don't get the go-to mount. So if you got a way to get a go-to mount, then the SV Bonnie has theirs. It's the MK105. So it's very similar to the 4SE. The difference is it don't have a camera port. It's just your eyepiece port or camera, obviously. Where the 4SE, you got the eyepiece port up here, and then you got the camera port, and then you got a mirror. Over here. But you can flop the mirror between the two. That's a really cool feature, honestly. I think it's a really cool feature, being able to switch between the eyepiece or to the camera. I think it makes it really nice. But more likely, won't see anything in our naked eye out there. I got you. That makes sense. All right, let's get back to Saturn here. Get back to Saturn. I'll try to focus us a little better too. So I get it right about here. We'll try to focus in a little better. Get a better view. See which way we need to go. Going the right way? Maybe-ish. Maybe not. Maybe go the other way. We're getting to where we're on the other side of the sky at this point. Favorite planet, ours, by far. Our beautiful planet. It's amazing. We have a really beautiful planet. What color is Saturn? It's like a tannish brownish color. Be nice if you could stream in landscape mode. I did a few times. Like, no one ever shows up on the landscape mode, so I didn't know if it's actually worth streaming, to be honest. I honestly don't know. I have the ability to be able to stream in both modes. I don't know, man. It was like 2 different chats, though. I actually had to watch 2 different chats, which means that the moderators would have to watch 2 chats. I don't know. There's a little bit there, just makes it kind of tougher, I guess. I'm not sure if it's a great idea or not, to be honest. But we're definitely getting on the other side of the sky with Saturn. The real question is, should I take a break? Get us realigned with Saturn, keep the same zoom? Or take apart everything, get us a wide field of view so we can look at deep space stuff and stars? I don't know. It's a toughie one. Let's see. I'll let you guys vote on it. How about that? We'll throw a poll up for a minute or 2 here. If you guys want to pick some kind of idea, what you guys want to do. We can either take a break and I can get the telescope moved around, recenter up Saturn, get it all focused in, or we can reset up the telescope so we can actually do some deep space type views, like Andromeda a little bit, Pleiades and whatnot. Deep space and other objects so far. I'm down for whatever though. Harps and supernovas and other galaxies after the short break. No, the break's going to be me just getting everything reset so we can get to the other side of the sky. Deep space, my dude. So far, that's where the vote's going. 18 votes so far. 18 out of 60 of y'all. Make sure you do vote. What do you guys want to see next? Can you catch one of its moons? We can if we weren't zoomed in like we are. We're really zoomed in, and we got very little light coming through. Hard to do when you got little light. Talk through the process. Nah. It could be, there's a lot of movement. So if I actually take off all the equipment, I got to take off the Barlow, I got to take the camera off, I got to make sure that our focal reducer is all cleaned up, which means using a little bit of pure alcohol to clean it up with a nice cloth. Screwing everything in. There's a lot going on. It's better to focus when you're doing stuff like that for sure. A lot easier to focus when you're doing it. Moon, Saturn, moon, love it. Will you be able to see 3i? Yeah, that's about the beginning of November. We'll start to see it. Roughly about the beginning of November. We can't see 3i Atlas currently. Alright, guys, you pretty much have spoken. Deep space and other objects. Deep space and other objects. We'll go with that for sure. Which means I'll get it all set up. I'll take off the Barlow. We'll clean up our focal reducer, get it all set on there. It'll take me probably, it's 1:38, so probably about 2 o'clock in the morning for me. Gives me about 20 minutes to get everything set up properly. I'll start the, or I'll create a scheduled stream, I guess. Or, you know what, we'll just stream when I'm ready. That'll work too. That'll work too. All right, y'all. Roughly 20 minutes and I'll be back on. Again, thanks so much. Make sure you, if you haven't yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit my name and then hit subscribe. And then make sure you turn on notifications too. So that way you know when we go live. But I'll see y'all roughly in about 20 minutes. Clear skies if we don't see any more tonight, or have an amazing night, an amazing day. We shall see y'all soon. Absolutely, Cece. See y'all shortly.